I've got something to say.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Geek First Podcast, the 699th episode, 69 episode of Geek First Podcast, one episode away from the official podcast being 700 episodes. I am the Southern Belle, Travis Snell, and I'm joined by...
I'm gonna tell you something, Kirkland Patzer.
You want to know something? I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Punisher, as you just heard at the beginning there. We got lots of good stuff today. We're talking about Punisher. We're talking about Mortal Kombat. We're talking about some juicy X-Men rumors that dropped today. We're talking about kind of an impromptu conversation about the state of... I don't know how to get to it exactly. We have multiple questions about Star Wars. I don't know how to title it. It'll be titled in the cut up, but kind of the state of Star Wars and where we are as viewers. And then what else we're talking about? What am I missing, Kirkland? There's one more thing I feel
Did you send me Star Wars notes? I assumed
No, it's just the questions. I sent the questions.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you sent the questions.
So that's not a surprise.
Am I casting this episode, or are we doing that next episode? That's what
I put it all in the chat. I put it all.
You said we'll do the back half of this and another.
Did I say we'll do the back half?
I'll pull up receipts.
I thought I meant we'd do the front half, and then right, and then not the back half. Don't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Skipping the back half, and then
you said we'll do the back half. I don't miss anything.
Then I misspoke.
Yeah, sure. You know why I don't miss anything?
Because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
That's a great transition. Great transition.
Yeah, that's going to be great for sometimes. And then, we're going to get into this James Gunn, Man of Tomorrow, Wonder Woman, Maxima, trades, drama, whatever. It's all like high school stuff. But we can talk about the actresses that at least are being talked for the maybe villain, maybe Wonder Woman. We don't know. There's a mix of stuff. So Marvel, DC, X-Men, Punisher, lots of good stuff. Next week, 700. Our plan is it might go a little earlier. I don't know for sure because we're going to do the live episode. So next week, Dylan's in town. I'm going to Vancouver this weekend, hanging out with him for a bit. Then he's coming back with me, or I'm coming back with him, more say, because he's driving.
Kidnapping him, put him in the back of your truck.
Yeah. Come on, we're going, kid. But no, we're going to be here. And then because he can't do the Friday, I think he's heading back. We're going to be doing, for episode 700, which worked out perfectly somehow, legitimately. Did not plan this, just happened that way. We're going to be doing an in-person cast with all four of us, and that's going to be the first time since Extra Life, and not until GV Day, not until like early August. So it's rare we can get all four of us for a cast together in person. We're going to do that. Time is TBD because it is on a Thursday, so all of us other than Dylan work the next day. So I don't think we're going to try and do like an 8 or 9, but we'll wait till Taylor fucks us up and he'll say like, Satine,
got a kid's
Scott,
birthday to go to.
Yeah, got a 3 birthday parties to go to of kids I've never met before, but I love them. Yeah. They're my best friends. So we will see what time that's going to be. Could be an early one, could be a later one. Not a later one, hopefully. I don't know. I'd like to start earlier, but we'll have to run it by Taylor, and we'll have to see what mass and things, because that happens. But and Taylor will be here. Yeah. Get these fucking posters off the wall. I said I want my photographs up. No, Taylor will be joining.
Cut the Ethernet cord on him.
Just blame Scott. No, Taylor will be joining us. Dylan will not be. He could not make it tonight, but Taylor will be. He just said he's gonna be a few minutes late, and I told Kirk, and I'm like, oh damn, this happened twice again. My bad. Thank you, S-Bubs, the guy in the chair. I owe him like a little extra pay stub next time. I did this with Travis Told You, and I forgot to put it live on YouTube. It will be live on YouTube. S-Bubs, I know you're watching. Thank you very much. I owe you like a bump or something, because what is it? Oh, because I make the stream early, but I didn't know for sure what the main topic was going to be, so I had it unlisted, but I forgot to relist it, like make it public. So now we're back live on YouTube. But man, all this stuff. But S-Bubs Guy in the Chair, thank you very much as always. And yeah, check out. We did the gimmick last week. We will be doing the gimmick next weekend. WrestleMania is upon us, Kirkland. We got 2 nights, so we'll be
That's hype.
Yeah, I hope.
I saw an image.
That's never good.
What's a famous name? Give me a famous female wrestler's name.
Rhea Ripley.
Not her. It was. I saw a clip of some
Charlotte
lady
Flair.
headbutting someone, and
Becky
it looked.
Liv Morgan and
Is that
Roxanne
real?
Perez.
That goose egg that she had?
Yeah, that
thing
was all
looked
real.
insane.
Yeah, that was all
my
real.
God.
So
I watched that video like 4 times reluctantly because it was
The
just. I had to
sound?
watch it. Yeah, the sound.
Yeah.
The sound. Oh,
The sound is something. See, that's something you should get into now. You could watch it and then come back and talk to me because there's definitely some questionable things going on. But because you jump into the docs, you should at some point watch WWE Unreal because that gets to be like the behind the scenes stuff. Like I said, even then they kind of fudge some numbers. WWE loves to tell their like historian perspective. That's like,
Of course.
60% true, 40% like maybe, but it's not. It gets in the business. But yeah, that was 2 women were just talking a promo. One gets attacked from behind, but they shoved one in the other and just it was just right in the head, big goose egg. So yeah, we'll see. No matter what, I don't know how WrestleMania shows are going to be. There's a lot of questionable things right now, but the review show is going to be good with me, S-Bubs and David. We just started our draft. I won Kirkland last year, the gimmick draft. So I've won 1 year. S-Bubs won the other year. So we'll see what happens. But
How does that work? Like, do you just pick?
It's like fantasy
the
football.
winners?
So like
You get
so we pick
points.
our 10 for the year, and it's like if they win a title, they get this amount. If they win a main event, they get this amount. If they lose a title, etc. Some events are worth more and stuff. So yeah, that's I'm always loving trying to do drafts and everything. But what else is going on? So yeah, next week lots of stuff. Me and Kirkland, because I think Dylan maybe will be on them, but me and Kirkland will be reviewing Euphoria on the Monday night instead of the Sunday. We'll be delayed today because I'm not back. The pay-per-view is not going to be ending. The AEW pay-per-view won't be ending till like 9 or 10, and I can't bring my mic on the airplane either. So Monday you got a double decker there, Kirkland. You and Taylor got side quests, and then we got Euphoria. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a wild one. I'm
get
excited.
a bureau, get a guana pill. So you got that, but lots of good
Bureau.
stuff.
I wish I could get a bureau.
I know. Episode 700 next week, live in person cast, Euphoria, side quest, reviews for Daredevil, The Boys. We're just juicing the flow. The juice is flowing. When I screwed that up, I didn't know where I was going there, but yeah,
You can feel the mana. You can feel the mana.
That video is so much longer than I thought.
because I had the screen record. I didn't fix it, but Taylor will be here. I just said let's go live because Taylor said he would need a few minutes yesterday for a boys review, and I got delayed an hour. So I was like, let's not wait. But you got anything quick that you've been watching? We'll wait to Taylor start the main topics.
Actually,
but-
yes. I haven't finished it. I'm like 80% of the way through Spider-Man: Homecoming because I wanted to.
Oh, okay. Do a
I wanted to
little
watch
catch-up?
Far From Home, like just randomly. But I'm like, well, I might as well just watch Homecoming as well.
You want to
lead
watch
up to
Far
it.
From Home randomly?
It's been a little while, and I don't know. I had like Spider Monkey in my head randomly. Saw Jake
Really?
Gyllenhaal in an image somewhere. I'm like, yeah, let's watch this movie.
Okay.
Haven't gotten to it yet. I will watch it, and it's kind of good timing because it's leading up to, of course, Brand New Day, July 30th.
Yeah, July something.
Yeah,
I think you're right. There's a fucking bird.
that
like,
bird.
sitting
I was
right-
gonna say I was tripping out there. I thought it was like in my headphones or something.
Well, where we live right now, it's like people have been making this joke about Canada, but I feel specifically the southern Canada because that's what we are, right? We're southern Canada.
Or Southern
right?
Canada.
Yeah. People making the joke like we're going through every season in 1 month. It is true. It's not like when people make jokes about being cold or the igloos, that stuff's not true. This whole like season, it'll be super hot one day and then just snow buckets the next day. It's fucking crazy. So right now I'm in this t-shirt, repping the Rogue t-shirt for,
Nice.
what we're talking about today.
Great colors.
Yeah, thank you. I love the color scheme, but it's getting a little warm in here. So I'm like, I'll open this up. But this fucking bird just decided to be like, hey, what's up, my guy?
Sounds
I
like
love
he's right
Geek
there on
First.
the porch.
Yeah.
But yes, I watched 80% of the way through Homecoming, and man, I love that movie so much. It's definitely not perfect, but Michael Keaton's character is just so good, and he is just so good in all of his scenes. I feel like he's fully justified too. Like it's like a good, villain origin that happens really quick in that movie. I really like all the corny high school stuff. Zendaya, like you're not wrong. Like she doesn't have anything to really do, especially in that one because she is just such a side character. She's like a random NPC that you just interact with, like in all these places you go, you just randomly see her. Like she doesn't really do anything to the plot, but she just says like a random thing here and there. But like I don't know, I didn't really know who Zendaya was probably at this time. So like it's not like she did the Oscar movie and then did this performance where it's like what the hell is going on here? Like what a major step. So I like her enough. I really like Ned too in this movie. I really like Ned and Tom Holland together. Not a fan of Aunt May though as much. The more I rewatch these, I think it's just they're really going for like the hot Aunt May vibe, which is totally fine. You know, Marissa Tomei is attractive lady for sure. But like, there's so many like little jokes, like in like the first act, like about it specifically. There's a scene where her and Peter are like, they go out for. Yeah, they go out for some type of food, and like the whole thing is just them or talking about like a really minor amount of like interesting plot stuff, and then it's just like this guy's like hitting on her or like talking about just I don't know, seeing people talking about like, oh yeah, I get bad vibes from that Tony Stark guy. I don't know, it's just weird things that kind of bugged me out on this specific viewing. But overall really like it. I like all the like the fun video game type things with the Stark suit and him just like getting all those features, going through like the 562 variations, whatever the hell the number was that Tony Stark preloads in there. And it is a fun movie for sure. And I'm very curious how Far From Home is going to be because it has been a little while since I've rewatched that one. But no, I'm glad I started this little the home series, whatever we'll call it, Far From Home next, and then no way home, and then get ready for a brand new day.
Yeah,
the home
around the corner.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No. I feel like we just did this not too long ago, but I haven't really been watching
last week.
much.
So
okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched really anything. I just today finished season 1 of Punisher because I've been doing my rewatch for the special there because I fired up your guys' review. But honestly, that was one that I remember the big points, but I was like, you know what, I got to go back, finish it all. So I'm going to listen to your guys' retrospective, which you guys can get on the Patreon feeds now, which we'll talk about later. And then also listen to number 2. So yeah, I'm on episode 3 of season 2. So I started to kick that up because I did not think, as we talked about last week, and we'll talk about again later on, I did not think Punisher was going to be in May. I thought it was going to be maybe a little closer to Spider-Man, but it's literally a month away, May 12th, like a month and a couple days or a few days, right? So I was not planning on that. So now I'm like, okay, I got to get that going. And then there's a lot of movies I want to watch. I wanted to try and watch Psycho Killer, that's on VOD, The Bride. I'm also halfway through Crime 101, which I'm enjoying so far. That's that Chris Hemsworth, like, driver, steal and shit type of movie. So I got that. Yeah, I got that going on. And then I feel like there was something else, but no, just been Punisher. Just been listening to John Bernthal scream and getting ready to hear him scream more and everything. So should be a good time. So, see again, a few minutes. What's a few minutes? 13 minutes? Nah, come on now.
A few minutes. I feel like it's around 5. Like less than 5, probably a few minutes. What do you think?
Definition. I think 3 to 4 is sufficient.
3 to 4
few minutes. Let's see.
Like a couple minutes could be 2 to 3. 3 is like, okay, we're past a couple minutes now. But
I don't believe this. I know it's Reddit. The first thing came out, someone said to me, a few minutes is anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes. If you hit me with a few minutes, you're coming at 30 minutes. No way. Typically ranging from 3 to 5. That's how I take it. So he's been a few minutes times 3. But you know what? We'll get into it. We'll get back to him because we got lots to talk about. So we don't want to. I guess I'll quickly get any plugs out of the way right now. Obviously, I said everything that's happening next week. Patreon, you get every episode we do ad free. We talk about Punisher. We have reviewed, whether it's Taylor and Kirkland or the rest of us are reviewing everything Punisher. So obviously me and Dylan did the original reviews, but Kirkland and Taylor have watched now Punisher, the show, for the first time. So the retros are up there. All these are going to be phase 2 and up starting in, I think, the end of April. Producers have them right now, but you got that. We've done the movies. We've done the Dolph Lundgren one. We've done the Thomas Jane one. Next week we're doing the Warzone, the Ray Stevenson one. So we'll close the loop on that. And then once we get one last kill, we'll do a rankings episode. Well, that's that bread and butter. So we're gonna do like best villains, rank the projects, maybe best kills. I thought for Punisher we should add like a best kills or something like that.
That's a good idea.
Top 5 John Berthnall grunts. We'll add that one as well. We got to play. It's just gonna be an hour of us listening to different sounds. Yeah. So we got that going on. Resident Evil retrospective still happening. We have Pirates starting in the summer. We got Batman, the animated series, starting in the fall. I feel like there's something else happening. Yeah, a bunch of other random ones. Depending which tier you go, there's lots of good benefits. But if you're at the top tier, Patreon producer, which I will thank, Aaron Braden, April Darkness, Jack Grant, Superbad Mike, God Loves Me 69, Norm, a.k.a. Norm Marina's Fetus, Hidalgo, Haya, Lenny Kravitz, Cocktail Clay, Jonathan No H, Sam Green, John M. You can recommend us to review any movie, like John M. just did this week with Dark Crystal. That was an interesting review. But on that tier, you get every single thing we do. Over 50 exclusive episodes this year, because there's even episodes we talk about, oh, maybe we're going to do this too. So lots of bang for your buck. But each episode has a number of exclusive episodes, behind the scenes thing. And the last thing I will mention as well too, on April, let me pull the calendar. 25th. Right now, 11 a.m. PST is the TBD time. We're doing our first ever After 9 movie club. We're all going to watch a movie and come back and talk about it together. It's going to be a movie of the past, so we don't need to worry about, who hasn't seen it or spoilers, something that's old. Right now, you have one more day, or I'd say about 5 more hours to vote. We had to do a tiebreaker between Akira and Princess Mononoke. So, and
Hell yeah.
the percentages are very close. So if you have not voted for a Patreon producer, now's the time, because you could dictate where we're going there. It's neck and neck right now. So
both animated films. How do you feel about that, Travis?
you mean anime, not animated? I'd be fine with animated.
They're animated.
I'm warming up to it. It's like first person shooters. I've warmed up to it. I guess
Princess Mononoke is known as one of the greatest films of all time, and I feel like Akira is also in that category.
Yes.
It's sort of like the greatest sci-fi. It's the cyberpunky type world that you love.
Oh yeah, Akira has been on my I almost watched it. I almost watched it last week, or not last week. Sorry, last year. No, remember we were talking about that, but I didn't. So. Yeah, that's all the plugs I can give you. Taylor's out in the ether. He's like fucking fairy dust right now. But if you'd like to support us, we'd very much appreciate it. We're going to be doing tons of shit already for the main feed, the Patreon feed. We appreciate your support. We understand it's your hard-earned money coming to us, so we work hard to make you feel that's worth it. And I think we are doing a pretty good job. And we're always open to a conversation. Enjoy the Discord. Discord's always fun, popping off. I'm going to have a very fun time. I guess that's two things I got to throw to you before we go. Euphoria. How you feeling about that? Coming up next week, Ron on Ron Mails right now, rocking a nice 43%. That's gonna be a fun time. I think the group chat's gonna be fun for that in the Discord, seeing what shenanigans happen there.
It's gonna be a fun event, regardless of the quality of the show, for sure. Like whether it's just, I feel like there's gonna be some wild stuff on screen. Even just what was shown between like, oh my gosh, Cassie and Maddie. Jacob Lord, what's Jacob Lord's character? Nate. Mm-hmm. Gosh, I need a refresher on all the characters' names. I need a little cheat sheet. But yeah, just like I imagine some explosive scenes on screen, and it'll definitely be fun in the Discord and talking about it with you afterwards.
Yeah.
So is it out Sunday? Like
out Sunday
normally?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's like the 6 p.m. PST slot there. So
that last trailer got me pretty hyped, so I am looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, I am hyped. Other than a few review blurbs I did read, kind of confirmed a lot of the fears I was having with this show, but I think it will be fun nonetheless. See where some of these characters are. At least I can buckle up because I feel like this is gonna be last season. You know, Sam Levinson, the creator, said that. Zendaya said that. You heard about her red carpet thing?
What did she say? She's not going to be.
She said nothing. She showed up for 10 minutes to the premiere and then just bounced. Fucking just showed up, got her picture taken, got the fuck out of there real fast. And there's even there's really an awkward thing where her and Sam Levinson, the creator, hug. And he's like, oh, let's take a picture. And she's like, oh, no, I got to go. And her like agent like pulls her. And he's like, no, let's take a picture. And then the agent again's like, and just gets her out of there. So apparently there's lots of drama on that set. So male bleeding the show. And we lost, what the hell was the person... the band too, I can't remember what their name was, but we got that. And then and then Kirkland, another thing that's happening, this is not even podcast related, this is my last thing to kill time before Taylor gets here, and if not, we're going June 12th, Olivia Rodrigo, If You're in Love, why are you so sad, why you look so sad?
I am very hyped. I've been waiting for an album announcement for a little while here. I heard murmurs that like because she had a famous breakup recently that like delayed or like made her rework some of the album. I don't know if that's true or whatnot because I feel like
Have you heard about the title conspiracy as well?
no.
So
I like a
obviously,
good conspiracy.
which is it's a great cover, right? She's on the swing, her heads are over heels. So
Love the
get it.
color too. The
Yes.
pink vibe. It's very Taylor Swift lover kind of esque. Shouts out to my
Taylor
shirt,
Swift's-
too.
that's like a rainbow. That's not really a pink. It's like a cotton
Overall
candy,
pink
you know.
though. It's
That's
like when
fair.
I watch it, it looks cotton candy. Yeah.
But she got the head over heels. That's fun, very clever. But if you look at her like clothes, it's stitched in the word love. So if you think about it, sour guts love, another 4-letter word. It was right there. But some people are thinking because of the breakup, she changed that title.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the theory. I can get behind it. But no, we're gonna be eyes locked on a tour date.
Yes,
concert,
definitely
which
go if you
is-
can. It's a good
Murmurs are that it'll be starting around in the fall. Again, this is all conspiracy.
yeah.
But
time.
yeah. Would you go again?
Yeah. Would I like if I had the time? Yes.
Yeah.
Right now, the Twins going to Vancouver to see Wrestling Enough is like
Yeah,
that's the
that's
one I'm
fair.
getting right now. So and I also have to see if I enjoy this album because I'm preparing myself for it to be my
Fair
least
enough.
favorite. She did say that she's planning. I don't know if it's for her career or this album, but she want to have less of a rock vibe, which is not a great sign for me because that's why I like her. My favorite songs are Olivia Rodrigo screaming in the mic with the guitar, being a like 10,000 better version of Avril Lavigne. I get why people love Driver's License and Vampire, but that's not like it's like Taylor Swift. Everyone has their era they like. I like that the rock the punk rock Rodrigo. So if that's kind of
Yeah,
lost,
that's
and
fair.
I like she said her inspiration was Lana Del Rey. I do love Lana Del Rey, but like I have Lana Del Rey for that. I don't also need Olivia to be that, so I have to see what the album was. So I feel like, especially too, so far like I liked Guts more than Sour, so I think I still will be the case here. So I think that's why for
Yeah.
me I probably saw the right concert, but who knows if this I would still go again
sure.
because her live shows were it was incredible. She did a good job. So
Yeah. No, I'm happy to hear that. And what was I gonna say? You killed my train of thought with your big exhale. So yeah, we'll translate. We'll transfer over to whatever you're going with as you take your sip of water. Look at this. 22
Who's
minutes
here?
in.
Yeah, a few
How many?
minutes.
A few minutes.
I have Madison send that. I was handling the boy, and like Madison, you got to go in my chat on my phone and drop a message. So she did it on
Wow,
my
that's
behalf.
risky.
What do you mean risky? I got nothing to hide on my phone.
Oh, we got lots. of time.
One. Do you have a password on your phone?
Yes.
Okay, so you have something to hide. Two, there's always some naked cocks in our chat or stuff like
Oh,
that.
she's seen the
People were-
naked cocks. She's seen the naked cocks. But
Okay.
who doesn't have a password on their phone? If I leave my phone out
don't.
on the coffee, so do you
That's
have your
crazy.
debit card and your
Nope.
credit card on the phone?
Nope.
Well then, okay, there's that. But I mean, I have my
Who
payments
does
on
that?
my phone.
That's dumb. People can easily steal your phone, hack into it. You're done. It's over.
It's encrypted, brother.
And
They
that's
can
what people
easily
tell.
steal your wallet though too.
That's just what I don't carry it on me. I don't have to worry about that. It's pure
guy.
cash guy. That's what people say. It's like, oh, my wall, but they're hiding something. Let's get into the main topic because we've been delaying Taylor. We've not got into it. Okay, so today, this comes from a B tier. This comes from a person that's gotten some things right, gotten some things wrong. He's in the scooping community, a controversial figure because a lot of people don't like him. That's fine. What we're here to talk about is the news because this is where it's a B tier, so it's not a. And even then, we're going to talk about an S tier site later on today with the Superman of Tomorrow stuff. They put out a report, and James Gunn's like, no. He put out this text that I can't wait to read online because it's just like, I don't know, man. It's just a fucking movie. Why'd you write this? But I digress. So even the S tier stuff can be like, hey, this is wrong. So this is B tier. This comes from the same source. I got Downey as Doom and Sadie Sick as Jean Grey, which we don't know is confirmed, but like it's pretty locked right now. So the three things that were from this report was that supposedly, because people have been figuring out like with different release schedules that, oh, is it Doctor Strange 3, the first movie after Secret Wars? What is it? Is it Strange 3? Is it Black Panther 3? Is it X-Men, which we've kind of heard? And I guess the X-Men thing could have made sense because we've heard now, at least from this report, and that's where some other people back this up went, oh, I have heard this too. It might make sense why we're hearing X-Men because I guess the report is that they're looking at Deadpool 4 actually being the first movie after Secret Wars. Kirkland, before we get to their stuff, how would you feel about that? You have this huge, massive event. Obviously, I don't know if it's going to be a reboot or a soft reboot or whatever it may be, but Secret Wars, I'm sure, is going to be the end of some sort of era, and then you kick off the new era with Deadpool. Is that a good idea, bad idea? Where are you on that? Because I'm not going to ask you, do you want a Deadpool 4? Because I'm sure you're like, 2 thumbs up, go ahead,
thumbs
right?
up.
Yeah.
No, I like this idea. I feel like Deadpool is a character that can handle like a transition into whatever the fuck it might be. Like some characters might be very like straightforward or linear, like where we would be going if we get them in a follow-up adventure, whether it's like a super Earth type character, like, you know, that type of grounded hero, or if it's like a very space-centered hero. Like I feel like that gives you an indication of kind of where you're going next. But with Deadpool, I feel like he can go in any avenue whatsoever. He can kind of combo with any character because he is just such a wild card. Like, yeah, he just goes where he wants to go. Basically, he can go in any dimension realm in any character's movie. So I think it'd be really fun, and I feel like he would also make commentary on whatever happened, like after, you know, a big event like Avengers, whether it's just speaking straight up fourth wall or just making note or fun of a probably real tragic death or something that happened in Avengers. Like I think it could be really fun, kind of following up with that, and also it could be pretty heavy, right?
Right? You'll remember that. Remember when they start that tribute, the Celine Dion, and it's like showing all the people that passed.
I will
So.
remember
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Different one, but yeah.
Is that not the song?
I don't think so. Maybe maybe it is.
I thought it is because it goes to Tony Stark. Like that's like the opening song.
Okay, hang on, I'll find it.
There you go.
Continue.
Pull that up.
Yeah.
But no, I obviously would be really hyped for another Deadpool movie. I think it would be very. I was gonna say I feel like it'd be very different than the last one because we had Deadpool and Wolverine, but I mean that movie also just had a lot of Deadpool stuff in it too, with the humor and even Deadpool 1 and 2. I feel like they have their little sprinkles of like more emotional and like serious elements to those movies, even if they are very ridiculous and mostly just comedy. So yeah, I really like the idea just because Deadpool is such a fluid character. Like he can just mold to any cup that he's placed into. It can just really do anything that's required, more so than some other characters.
What song did you think it was?
I don't know what it's called. I Will Remember You.
You sang it a second ago, so you could sing it again.
Just did it. Was I close? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah. But she just said, "I will remember you," and you.
go. How did you
said,
find this video? You got 180
This
views.
is what I searched up.
6 years ago this came out.
Yeah.
And it only has 180 views. No disrespect, but still.
It's still up there too, you know. So,
There you go. Whitney Houston.
yeah, I think I said Celine Dion, so I think I got you on the wrong path. So it was my bad.
It was your fault. There you go.
Yeah. Taylor, Deadpool 4, first movie of the new saga, which is rumored to be the Mutant Saga. Would that be a good start for you? Is it fine start with something funny, something a little wacky? Should start with something more serious, or do you think that's a good way to go?
I think that Deadpool is a pretty good entry into anything X-Men related. I mean, he's already every movie.
I'll
What's
push
that?
back. I'll push back there. I don't know about that.
Really? I think he's been attached to it at the hip with everything. Like obviously with the 2 non-MCU first films that he had, but then especially with Deadpool and Wolverine, I mean it's just emanating it, right? So I feel like he's just to me, and I guess you could say maybe Wolverine would be the kind of character that you could go with too. That would be a great way to bring it in. But I think they're going
Or
for
just
comedy.
the X-Men, like just the like. I guess I'd push back on Deadpool. You can introduce some things, but I don't know if I necessarily want that to be how they introduce the new X-Men. Like I would like to meet them.
I think
on
it's
their
his
own.
write-off though too. I think okay, we're sending them off here, but we're also going to be like, this is where we introduce the X-Men, and we're going to give them like their main movie after the
You got
fact.
some hot takes here. So you think he's not going to die? So we're going to get Doomsday, which he's rumored to be in. We're going to get Secret Wars, which he's rumored to be in. Those aren't going to be his write-off. But then right after in Deadpool 4, they're going to write him off.
I think they'll give him his own standalone movie, and that's when he's gonna, he's gonna fade away. Because why write him off in like a team-based movie, right? I think a character
that's
like
where they
this.
wrote off Iron Man.
Did they?
Yes, he died.
Iron
in
Man's no
Endgame.
Deadpool.
They wrote off Black Widow there. They wrote off Hemdell.
Well, they wrote
in
off
Infinity
Black
War.
Widow in her own movie, though, didn't they?
No, she survived all that. You know. And then she dies in Endgame.
Hemdall is definitely not a main Full Throttle character.
That's not what you asked, though. You just said who'd they write off. You don't
Unnecessary disrespect on Heimdall there.
Yeah, come on now.
He got
Who
written
else?
off. He got
Loki?
written off though in Thor: Love and Thunder. Anyways, so
But he was still alive. Wait, no, he didn't. No, Thor: Love and Thunder. No,
Yeah.
he was already dead. They had his son there. Remember?
no. But remember, he pops up and he greets Natalie Portman.
right.
So that's his write-off.
Anyways, your point was that people aren't. Why would like a main big character die in a team up? Well, that happens all the time in these team ups.
Yeah, I don't think Deadpool is that kind of character.
All right. Do you agree with that, Kirkland? Do you agree? Like, I also just don't agree that Deadpool's getting written off at all. Like, I feel like that's being a character. Reynolds just gonna be like, yeah, just keep me there because if I have a bad divorce, I can come back in and make a bunch of money. You know, like I feel like why I don't know if he needs
There
to
you
go
go.
anywhere right now. You know,
The Hugh Jackman route.
exactly.
Yeah, it is a tricky character for me to see perish, just because he is such a freak and can really, like I was saying, really just mold to anything like that they want to do with the character. Even if like it isn't Ryan Reynolds down the line, like if they do like an animated Deadpool or something, and they just have that character still kicking around doing something. Which I guess would be even that much more shocking if it does happen, you know. And I'm just gutted that we lose him on screen in his solo project following up after
I mean, when
he survives both Avengers movies.
When do you get his solo project Deadpool for? 2029?
No, 8, because if Avengers is 27,
It'd be directly. They'd be pumping it out right the following year.
yeah, when we've never not counting
Spider-Man did
COVID,
that, didn't it?
Spider-Man came out months after Endgame. Remember,
Yeah.
Endgame was April, and then Spider-Man was July. So May, June, it got only 3 months. They'll pump that out for sure. I think you're getting it the latest in 2028. I think they're gonna maybe do the whole let's just put out one movie for Secret War, one Marvel movie, which is Secret Wars for 2027, and then there's other shows. Maybe there's something else. I guess you could put Deadpool in like a late 2027 or something. So yeah, I just don't. I don't know about all the. I love Deadpool. At the same time, it's interesting if he ends up being in Doomsday and Secret Wars. Is that gonna be like a lot of Deadpool back to back? Where then that's the last 3 movies in a row have been Deadpool. Like obviously he's not the main character of the other 2, but he's in there. I guess you could say that with Spider-Man, but like in Endgame he was gone all that movie, right? Like he wasn't there, so he's in there for a quick cup of coffee. So maybe that's the thing with Deadpool in one of these movies. I don't think in Secret Wars. I think in Secret Wars he's gonna be one of the core 4 with Jackman, Toby, and Tom. So I just don't know. I'm not saying I don't buy this because I've said this before that I think they're going to go with their guaranteed hits now. And Deadpool made $1 billion. It's a guaranteed hit. They could do a bunch of stuff. They could do him in Spider-Man. They could do him in other like X-Men characters. I'm not saying introduce the team that way, but I do think it's like a weird. I'd have to think like what movie. Okay, so Iron Man started Phase 1. What did it start Phase 2? Phase 2 started Iron Man 3, so that makes sense. Phase 3. Oh, what started Phase 3? Oh, I think Civil War. So that Civil War. That makes sense. And then what was the first? What was the? I guess. Oh, Black Widow. No, that was the end of technically the end of the Infinity Saga was the Far From Home thing. So I can't remember if it's what is the end of. Hang on, MCU end of phase or start of Phase 1. I think it's Black Widow, which is kind of weird, but
Yeah, that's a weird place.
It was Black Widow, so that was maybe that was a weird one. So I guess they've done it. I just don't. I don't know. I think it's a little odd. I'm down for it. I think it makes sense money wise. And again, that's a big murderers row if they have what Secret Wars happens, and then it's Deadpool, Doctor Strange 3, Black Panther, X-Men, another Spider-Man. That's where I do agree because I think Kirkland, you said something about it being a more solo venture. I do agree. It's almost like the Black Widow thing. It's weird if we start with like a Black Panther 3 or a Strange 3 because I feel like they'll be connected to those Avengers movies, but they'll be doing their more so own thing. That's why I did believe that I thought X-Men, the new X-Men team would start it because it's like, oh, what a way to start off a new saga, right? It's like, it's a new team. We've never got the MCU X-Men. Here they are. And it's something fresh and new, but also tied to the past where Deadpool doesn't come with a lot of baggage, but there's just a lot of stuff there to do. And I don't know what's going to be happening with Jackman. So I guess I can buy it. I guess it's also like maybe Secret Wars is going to be pretty heavy and a lot of deaths and drama where then Deadpool can kind of come around and be a bit more lighthearted and have a fun time at the cinemas again. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely.
Anything else on Deadpool before we move on to the next thing? Going once, going twice, sold. Taylor's waving his ET fingers around, so that means I'm gonna move on. So also this is right now being eyed. Obviously, this can fall through, but being eyed. I don't know if this would be the top choices or who they're looking at, but I think this is the idea of if in a perfect world, unlimited budget, I'm sure they'd want the biggest stars. But I think what we've seen, Sadie Sink, I'm not saying she's not getting paid cheaply. She's definitely probably getting paid a good amount, but I don't think they're going after the A-tier stars. I think they're going after young stars that are kind of up and coming. So right now, the rumor is that Odessa Zion is the top choice being eyed for Rogue right now, and then Peter Coffey or Coughley, I don't know how you say it. I think I screwed it up, but whoever played Duncan or whatever in your guys' house whatever show, yeah. What is his last name?
It's spelled Claffey.
I
Claffey.
Coffee in the Discord, but yeah. So the guy that was the mainly that he's rumored to be Beast as far as who they're eyeing for the top choice. So Kirkland, I'll go to you because you're actually the only person on this cast who has experience with both these actors. Obviously, I'll rant about Zion in a second because that's a big TTY for you. But I've not seen Seven Kingdoms yet. Female lead in Marty Supreme.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, she can do Rogue.
Oh
Like,
man, I'm so
like-
hyped actually on both these characters. Yeah. Even Peter, whatever his name is, Sir Duncan the Tall.
Yeah.
I really, really liked him in that series, even though like his character is very reserved and like kind of derpy at times. I feel like he's just such a, I don't know, he has like an aura about him. And yeah,
An aura that he
feel
could be Beast. Hank McCoy. Could he do that?
I feel like he could. I feel like he totally could. It is very different than what we've seen in the past. I feel like I don't really see him as like the brainiac side of Beast. I feel like Nicholas Hoult did that decent, and then Kelsey Grammer, like that's just my
Perfected
OG.
it.
Yeah, that's just my OG Beast. So, I think he could do it for sure. And
is he quite charming in that show?
I think he's got like an innocent charm to him.
Okay.
Like he just you want to root for him when you see him, and I feel like Beast is a character that like embodies that. Like he's just like who's
that.
a Beast hater, you know? Like who's witnessing Beast in the animated show and be like, oh, this character's such an asshole.
Yeah, no,
Nobody.
And you want to have like some warm-heartedness to him. You want to feel that he has kind of a little loss, which I haven't seen the show, but just on a visual wise, he looks. I don't know. There's something about him that he looks the role. He's a bigger guy, which helps as well. I'm sure they're going to do what they're doing with Kelsey Grammer right now, or I don't think they'll do practical stuff. I would love if they do that, but I'm sure they're just going to put a bunch of fucking dots on him like they do with the Thing and just like do that, which is fine. But he's a big dude, so I'm excited to watch that show to kind of get some game tape on him. So you're happy about that. What about Zion for Rogue if that were to happen?
I think that'd be fantastic. Yeah, after seeing Marty Supreme, I definitely want to see her in more things. Definitely like do the performance of any scale of. I feel like the Marty Supreme character is like the high echelon of what she would have to do in comparison to like a Marvel type role. No disrespect to what they have to do with Marvel. And like there is fantastic performances in these MCU shows for sure. But I feel like she has just shown that she can really, really bring it. And I think she's got the look too. I think she can definitely have that charisma, that that sexual energy that she brings to the role. Like I feel like the Rogue character kind of embodies. Maybe I'm just too much thinking about the animated series. In the live action,
She can't embody
live
that
action
time.
hasn't really like done that though.
Not
right?
at
like,
all,
Not
no.
really, especially not at the same level. So I would totally be down for that. She's got crazy big long hair too.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would very much fit the Rogue essence. So yeah, I'm totally game for both these. This is 2 thumbs up for me.
Mm-hmm. So Taylor, obviously you've seen House Dragon. You have seen Odessa Zion and something. Do you know what it is?
I have seen her in something.
Yep. It's gonna make sense when we get there.
Hang on.
No, it doesn't count if you're gonna type it up. I may as well just show you the image. So, anyways, during COVID, me and Taylor did a review for it's like a reboot, a sequel. Who knows? But I think it's a reboot. When Hulu put out Hellraiser, and she was the female lead of that. And I
I'm
remember
not remembering that.
Okay. Anyways, because I remember this, I referred back to this recently because I went back to listen to the cast just to confirm it, and I did. Your boy over here, Travis Snail, I bought those stocks when they were low, when she was just leading this B-rate horror movie. I sent that review, I'm like, this girl is going to be a star. She's got something, and I actually really like that movie. It's a good movie. You know, check out the review. It's a fun time. Taylor didn't remember it. But she has something that is, she's very good comedically, which she did in Mario Supreme and she did in I Love LA. So I think in the MCU, for almost every character, you need to have some sort of comedic timing, right? I think there's a few of them you don't, but I think you do with Rogue, and even in like the animated stuff, comics, sometimes she has a funny vibe to her, right? She can have a slack jaw, sort of quick wit to her, right? I think she's kind of perfect. I know there's tons of people. I think originally they were looking at quality, but I think that it's kind of like with Fantastic Four when we heard those rumors that they were talking Adam Driver and Margot Robbie, and then that kind of went a step down. I think especially with X-Men, it's going to be ensemble. You can't really break the budget. I'm not saying Margot Robbie would have been costing like a bunch of money, or like who knows, maybe she could have, but like she's not on the same level as Odessa, right? Odessa's kind of just starting to pop, where like fucking Margot Qualley's in the most talked about video this week, right? She was in The Substance, Oscar-nominated movie. Like, she has a record, even though some of her movies of late have bombed, she has a track record of having star power, right? And that's the thing where if they want to, I think they are smarter to, even this guy that I haven't seen from Seven Kingdoms, that show was very well reviewed, started to grow, and it's like, I feel like they're both on a similar playing field. She's definitely above him, but just in the way that they're starting to break out. Sadie Sink's a bit different, but Sadie Sink, the rumor is they want her to be the leader, like Jean Grey to be like the main character this go around. And I feel like, okay, for the main character, that's when you'll get the Pedro Pascal type of star, right? And that's where Sadie Sink, I think, even though she's younger, is still bigger than them, but she was a part of one of the biggest shows the past like 20, 30 years, right? So, these are all like jiving really well so far. I'm very curious. I feel like we're going to have to get Gambit, especially I was very excited that the new writer of X-Men said his favorite X-Men is Gambit. So I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I'll remember the name. So, and that's going to be fun to see, like, okay, who would they pair her up with? So I know people were set on Qualley or Thatcher, but I think, like, if Thatcher got the role, great. She'd be, like, could be perfect. Qualley could be perfect. I also think Odessa could be perfect. I think that there's a lot of very young, talented actresses right now. And, like, much to Kirkland's point, I don't, like, there's a specific thing you need to do as Rogue, but I also don't think it's like a impossible role. You know, like I don't think it's that sort of level where the role that I feel bad for, we all feel bad for, is like, hey, whoever has to play Wolverine, right? Wolverine's not like an impossible role per se, but because Hugh did it so well, that's where it's like, oh, fuck, like, and that's where I think they're smart to leave it alone for a while. So who knows? This is very similar that Sadie Sink was eyed months before, and then we heard she was cast, and now it looks like she is Jean Grey. That's kind of this trajectory. So if it's both these two people, yeah, already, like, to me, if you got Odessa Zion and then Sadie Sink and X-Men, already, we got 2 fucking wins right now. And it's a team that gave us Thunderbolts and Beef. Like, I think we're on a really good trajectory right now. So, yeah, Taylor, obviously didn't remember Hellraiser, so I don't know if you can speak to Zion. You haven't seen Mario Supreme yet, right, Taylor?
No,
Until
but
Dawn as well.
Don't watch that movie. Don't do it.
Yeah, no, I'm curious. I mean, you guys have kind of sold me on it, and yeah, apparently I've seen her in Hellraiser, which I remember doing the review, but I just, man, that seems like years and years ago, 10 years at least.
I think it was 4.
4, yeah,
or 5. What about Sir Duncan as Beast?
Well, I was listening to a few interviews of him talking, and I just think
I fucking love Beast, man. I want to play Beast.
They casted me. No, I think
he's just in these interviews
because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
Feige's like, you're hired.
I think they're listening to him.
Classes. This cigar. Like, can you put that out? This is my house. My kids fucking live here, man. Like,
I smoke a stogie whenever I want.
Yeah, you can't do it in here. Ha ha ha. Hi, Miss Feige.
Listening to him outside of Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I think, is the key, because in that show he's very slow, and he does have kind of like he plays a character that's kind of got like this dumbed down kind of sense of communication with everyone. And
so this would be the opposite reverse, though.
Exactly. He's got to talk fast. He's very smart, intellectual, all that kind of stuff. And so when you listen to him talk in a few interviews, think, okay, like he can very much access that.
Do it?
He can do it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm like picturing Sir Duncan's voice as the Beast, just like doing these like philosophical quotes and you know just famous people's sayings or whatnot, but just as Sir Duncan.
All right, Taylor, I got a good question for you. Kevin Feige is catering to bigots to play it safe, pushing forward white actors to win back the MCU fan base, also just to make money while pushing black actors to the back. How do you feel about that, Taylor?
Hang on. So Kevin Feige is pushing white actors ahead?
So the idea is that people are worried that, which it's tough for me to worry because we have to wait and see the cast. I think people are worried that the X-Men aren't going to have like much variety as far like people are worried it's just going to be a lot of just white actors playing the X-Men.
Playing the X-Men. Okay.
Taylor's trying to stall time. I just want to throw in this question. I'm going to go first because Taylor's going to drown.
No. Let me swim. So, I mean, I
No, I'm going to swim.
No. Hang on.
I'm going to jump and save you.
You've got. I think.
Not shock or surprise the X-Men cast members. This is going to be a white-led cast with no political themes or pushing for diversity or inclusion. Kevin and I have talked about this a little bit on Traz Told You, so I know where he's coming from.
You've got okay these two castings, and Sadie Sink obviously is Jean Grey, and yes, these characters can be represented in any shape or form. It's totally fine, but I think I don't know if I should say that because I feel like people are gonna get pissed.
What? Say it. I'm
the kind of person I would hope that it's not just them focusing on just okay, we're gonna get all white people playing these roles. What I would hope is that okay, they're just looking at people that could fit these characters, and that's just who they are as actors and actresses. That's what they need to focus on. And that talent can come from where if you are a different orientation, ethnicity, then that's perfect. Then you fit that character, then that's what they need to go with.
So that's the hope. But Taylor, you're a big conspiracy theorist. Would you believe that because obviously we talked about like with the Paramount stuff and you got things, for years, but it feels like a lot with like red eye thumbnails, that type of stuff. Could you believe if someone told you, hey, Marvel specifically casting actors that match the comic book characters? Like, so if it's white, we want to make sure they're white. Would you believe they're doing that because they don't get any flack from anybody? They're trying to do the classic Michael Jordan, well, everybody buys sneakers, right? Michael Jordan famously would never endorse any party because everyone buys sneakers. Would you believe that if someone told you, oh yeah, they want to try and just be right in the middle as far as that stuff?
Do you already know the answer to this? Are you trying to bait me?
I think you say yes, but I could too. I don't think it's, I would hope not, but if someone were to tell me that, I could believe that there's a case of them going, let's not try and get to any controversy, because technically they can just say, hey, Scott Summers is white in the comics. There's nothing wrong there, right? It's not like, I'm not saying they're gonna cast fucking T'Challa Jr. and he's gonna be white, right? Even though I guess we talked about a couple months ago where there is white T'Challa son, but like I don't think they're gonna do that. And I don't even know for sure. So I'm not saying that Kevin is right, but I'm not saying that it's impossible to believe, especially with the MCU being down with Captain America and then Thunderbolts. We're like, well, let's just like try and get everybody we can back, right? I have to wait and see the full cast because I would hope Storm's going to be in here. It's tough. If it is just like Jean, Scott, Gambit, Rogue, Beast, and Beast doesn't count because he's fucking blue, and then Xavier, and it's just, and Wolverine, and it's just 7 white people, then yeah, it's gonna look a little odd if the X-Men poster's just like, and they're all just, and especially too, they're gonna, other than Beast, pick the characters that are all like hot looking and like, because at least even if you are like, whether you're Asian or gay or black, even if you have the mutant powers, already that character represents somebody that's been through possible turmoil, right? Or if they just cast a bunch of good-looking young white people, it is like, all right, I get it. Like, you shoot laser from your eyes, you read mine, but like, all of you look pretty. Like, Odessa Zion, like, she's a fucking babe out there, right? Like, watch I Love LA, the costumes they give her. So I can see Kevin's point. I just got to give him the I don't know. And I said this on Trash Told You. If they choose not to be political with X-Men, I think unless there's some really good stuff in there, like acting wise or visual wise, that for me will probably be a fail. I don't care how good it is, because X-Men is like, it's always been political. It's always been an allegory for being different, bullied, whether you're different sexual orientation, color, whether you're just different in a school group where you don't fit in and you get picked on and whatnot, right? If they just make X-Men like let's take down a bunch of robots, that's going to fucking suck. And I know there could be people worried about that because people already talk about like Daredevil, Born Again Season 2. People worry the numbers are low because maybe people say like, oh, it's because it's so political. So that's a tough thing, right? So
they like introduce these X-Men and like they're not outcasts at all. Like the whole world just loves
loved.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like
it's
when
great
super
to be mutants. Yeah.
yeah, I want to be a
And they're
mutant
all
too.
just white people, just shredded. Just
Yeah.
like you said, just all attractive.
That was never the problem. The powers. It's just that they weren't white. You know.
You got
so.
Friends of Mutants shirt wearing people, not Friends of Humanity.
We're actually friends now. Yeah, exactly. But yeah. So Taylor, you never answered. Do you believe? What do you think is going to happen here? Do you think? You think they're actively trying to play it very much down the middle? You think this movie's going to be political? You think you're going to see some, different people of different orientations and stuff?
I think you're going to get political. I think that this is I think when you look at how big of a swing they took with Black Panther and how, when you were
a decade ago, though, a lot has changed.
Yeah,
though, right?
but I think a lot has changed. But I think it's still relevant. I mean, we're still dealing with a lot of racism and like Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is one thing because the way that they're handling that is incredibly reflective of certain situations in the States right now. And so do you repeat that? No, but I think that there's definitely room to build off of that where you have a minority that is dealing with prejudice and whatnot. And I just think that it's just one of those core human issues that bring it to light, share the story, and then you can have people talk about it and get engaged with it. And maybe this piece of work can do some good by presenting these issues, right? Because people want to watch it. And I get a lot of people, like you said, they don't want their political stuff to be in this. It's an escape. You don't want to have it in your escape. It's you break it free.
But
from
then my
the real
answer is
world.
don't watch X-Men then. Like a thing that's been like highly always put, like the characters are based in political stuff, right? It's
Oh, they
always
are.
been these people are different. So it's like if you don't even want a whiff of that, X-Men is not the place for you. There's
No.
people say that like I don't want content to get political, and I guess like sometimes I get that, but there's also just like hundreds of projects out there that aren't political, like I don't know what happened, but I'm sure like go watch Shelter, that Jason Statham movie. I don't think Jason Statham in that movie is telling you how to vote. I think he's just trying to save a fucking little kid. Or like The Beekeeper, right? Like sure he's taking down a government, but they're not like in the middle giving you some speech. It's like a very bare
super
bones
political. They go full right wing in it. No?
It's just a very like bare bones like I'm gonna fucking kill all these people, right? So I get it because it's MCU Marvel, but yeah.
At the end of the day, I just think that when you look at the animated show, you can see that yes, there's a lot of story arcs that are they're crazy, they're out of this world, they're it.
Scott's home.
I pissed someone off.
What's up, Taylor?
Say that again.
Someone continue that thought. I'm gonna make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, Kirkland, yesterday you texted me being like, I really hope all these X-Men people are white, so I'm going to throw to you.
Sorry, the photo threw me off. Not your question.
I know it's good timing. Kirkland did not text me that. Don't worry, people.
Yes, for audio listeners, also it's the.
He sent it to me in a voice chat. No. It was a voice text. Yo, Travis, I really hope all the X-Men are white, Yeah,
No,
people don't know. We whenever someone goes to the room, it's a picture of Arnold doing a little speech there. So you got to watch the video version for that.
Fantastic. No, I completely agree with you. I think those types of what's the word I'm looking for? Those types of
Themes?
conflicts and themes are like the essence of kind of like just the essence of the X-Men and like
core
them
to
being
it,
mutants and what do you say?
they're core to it. Like that's a core.
Oh, they're core to it. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's the inside out when you have like your
But you
core
said
memory.
it's a quarter of it. Like, what's the other 3/4?
Looking hot in skin tight suits. That's one. Characters dying and coming back, and the Dark Phoenix saga. That's just a quarter.
Oh
of it
God.
Right there, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we're not far off from that, even though
Well, let's say
supposedly we don't know who Jean Grey is, but yeah, we're definitely going there.
You'd say to think they're Leonard do the Dark Phoenix saga, but
Absolutely.
I hope they wait for like a decade minimum. You know, like we've done it twice.
Please.
Let's let it lay where it is for a bit. You know, there's other Jean stories to tell. You know, so
Absolutely.
Mike says you can easily bring in Storm, who has Wakanda connection from the comics. Also, Iceman as a gay character if they have the guts to do that as well. Yeah, that's a question. And that's the thing where I think lots of studios will have to see, right? Of like, we don't want, like, in my opinion, I don't want any more of like, oh, the first gay kiss in Star Wars, but then in every country it's like cut out, right? It's like, well, that doesn't count. You put that in here for here. It's like, you have some balls, or I guess then don't do it. And that's where we're going to have to see, right? And that's where the X-Men and the MCU could go one of two ways. I think it could be Black Panther-esque, where you go, wow, they made a movie like this, or it could be the exact opposite. And whether it's the times or the put down from management, it could be, oh, they really missed the boat on this. And that's what it's going to be really soul crushing me if the MCU X-Men suck. So I'm going to just going with hope, especially to me with the writers and everything. What is this poll? How do you even vote on that?
I don't know. It's for the viewers. I think you got to.
But how do they vote? I don't think that goes to YouTube, does it?
I think it does on YouTube. Let me check on my phone.
Type 1, 2, or 3 in chat.
Oh, that's what it is. It's Campfire
There you
catering
go.
to. I'm not going to say that word live on air. Yes, no, it depends on the paycheck. Oh my God, I'm going to hide your poll there. But yeah, let's take our first ad break and we'll be right back. Yeah, probably second ad break because we went a little long because Taylor's taking his time. Okay, trailers. Kirk, I'm going to start with you. Punisher, One Last Kill, and Mortal Kombat 2, which tickets are on sale now.
Oh fuck! I gotta get on those. I still gotta get another Fight Club ticket. I think
You do.
Forgot about that till right
seats
now.
are selling. Don't leave it be.
I'll be in the Harry Osborn booth watching you guys. But I mean,
Huh? Isn't that right? Huh, brother?
Me greeting Kirkland after the movie.
man, yeah, both of these trailers really got me juicing. I'll start with Mortal Kombat. I think I love pretty much everything about this, and like it pains me to say it, except for Carl Urban's Johnny Cage.
You're not feeling it still, hey?
Yeah, I don't like. I really like Carl Urban. I feel like him like doing some of the action, like I could kind of get behind, but just him being this like down and out Johnny Cage, I feel like it's good that they're going that route versus like the Johnny Cage is just so over the top. I feel like that one would have been a little bit harder to palate than this, you know, because this is like a different era. He's kind of like the Rick Dalton type, you know, realm of his career. Like he's kind of used to be hot shit. Now not so much anymore. Or not Rick Dalton. Is that his name? Leo's character?
Yeah, Rick Dalton.
Yeah. Okay. What's the bodyguard's name? What's Brad Pitt's character's?
Cliff Booth.
Cliff Booth. There you
We're
go.
seeing some adventures of his this summer.
Hell yeah, can't wait for that. But yeah, so I feel like I don't necessarily love some of the Johnny Cage stuff, but everything else I was just juicing. Like the scissor reel of characters, and oh man, this is gonna be so fun. I don't really remember much of like the plot and story stuff. These Mortal Kombat movies, there's not really a story. It's just Earthrealm has to defend themselves in the Mortal Kombat tournament. Like that is the plot, and that's good enough for me because once we get into the action, it's all fun. I got so hyped seeing like Noob Saibot. That's like the dead version of Sub-Zero coming back in the Underworld. Yeah, with like his shadows like fighting off of a Scorpion. Like, oh man, even though like the backdrop and the CGI look pretty bad when they like showed Kano being held by one of like the shadows, like use your powers, like man, it was looking a little bit rough in that scene. I'm sure the action is still gonna be really, really fun. Shao Kahn, Quan Chi, Shang Tsung, like all of the roster that I kind of would have hoped to be in there, I think was kind of showcased. Katana, Jade, and I think it's gonna be really good. Barack also.
American theaters are going to Shao Kahn popcorn bucket. It looks really sick.
Oh man,
I would
I'm so
buy it.
jealous.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'll bring it up.
Is it like the hammer or the helmet?
It's the helmet.
Oh, that's so badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm jealous about that. Ed Boon was in this trailer too.
Mhm.
That's kind of interesting. But yeah,
Kinda,
no,
what do you mean
I'm
by
s-
kind of interesting? Was it good or bad?
I feel like that's something that you save in the movie. Like
I
a
agree.
Cameo like
It was
that
weird to have it in the
versus-
Because
yeah.
people aren't going to really know it there, except for like Carl would be like, "Tell me, Ed," But look at that
Yeah.
popcorn bucket.
Oh man, that'd be so sweet.
Yeah, that's
Why aren't we
great.
getting it?
Because we suck.
We don't even get Barrows or
Yeah, we didn't get
Mortal
we
Kombat
didn't even
on-
get a single. When we saw Mario at the Cineplex, they right away first showing all in Kelowna had a sign. Oh, all the Mario popcorn buckets are sold out. It's like, no, you just didn't fucking get them. There's no way. What do you show me there? A cup? That's not a. Why'd you buy a cup with that fucking dinosaur on it?
That's his
That's
fucking
Avatar.
fleshlight. That's his fleshlight.
That's in
The
gives them that
Avatar
when she's
model.
tired.
That's all we get.
Go take care of yourself, okay? Yeah, we get the cups. We get the cups, like, but we never
There's
get cool
Mario
buckets.
buckets. I swear there's Mario buckets on the west
But
side
you didn't
one.
get Yoshi or the stars, right?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There was one where Yoshi had the egg, and the egg opened up, or there was
Oh,
Luna
yeah,
where
we
you
don't
could
get
eat,
that shit.
No,
We didn't even get the Dune popcorn
we
bucket.
didn't.
I was asking about that one.
yeah, I sure bet you will. Yeah.
Yeah, so really, really hyped on that trailer. I think it's gonna be a fun time. I haven't really revisited that movie in a hot minute, so I am excited to rewatch it. And
Are you gonna
I
rewatch
think-
it in a month?
I think so. I think it's pretty easy. Is it still in Crave? That's where it was originally, right?
I
Warner
assume.
Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cole, I think that was the protagonist's name for the first one.
Mhm.
I think he was in this trailer. I don't really remember seeing him.
He
Maybe
is. He's
I-
definitely been
okay.
relegated to like.
I think he's gonna get killed in this, with just how little screen time he has in this trailer, which is totally fine by me.
It's so
I-
funny,
I,
too,
I
'cause
liked
he
him
did
enough
some-
as the protagonist.
He did some interview talking about that. He's like, "Yeah, I called in a big role in this one, but I've been told like we got some really fun stuff down the line cooking." And actors always get told that, and it's like, no, man, they're just saying that to you, like.
Just killed off the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, they got nothing cooking for you. Only thing they got cooking is like the fucking furnace they're putting your character's body in. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then Punisher. I was really hyped for this also.
Mm-hmm.
There was one shot where John Berthel's like sitting in a chair. Shots like kind of in like the corner of the room facing him, and just the angle, his hair looks so funny. It literally looks like Arnie in that fucking video. Where it's just like
Because I'm a stud.
It muted us all. What the fuck? I guess because I bet that's why, because it like I cut off the video. I didn't let it finish. That's why.
oh
so,
okay yeah.
Yeah. It's something else. It's like it ain't good.
It's different.
I'm just gonna
It's different.
I'm just gonna say it. And I know. And the good thing is, it's not anything with him like at his age, because his hair in Brand New Day looks great. Like that looks like the perfect amount. This just, and I guess right. He's supposed to be. Actually, I go back and forth because he's supposed to be doing the classic like, hey, Kirkland Taylor. If I ask you which project has John Bernthal questioning whether or not he should be Punisher and he's in hiding, which project am I talking about?
Brand New Day. What?
No, which project has the plot of Frank Castle being the Punisher, stop being the Punisher, fighting with his morals, and then coming back to be the Punisher? Which am I talking about? Season 1, season 2? Am I talking about this one?
Every season.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
every
every
season.
version of his character.
So I
yeah.
just love when they're like from writer and producer John Bernthal. It's like I just want to be in these rooms where they sit them down like, hey, we're happy you're back. Lay us on your pitch. What do you got? Okay, well this time, Frank, he thinks he's done, and he's thinking about, can he live a normal life? Can he not do this anymore? And then something brings him back in. And it's like, oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Like,
Even when they
it's
show,
so
like-
frustrating, man.
like a daughter type like character, and he's
Leon
like flashing back
Professional.
to flashing back to his daughter. I'm like, man, we did this every season, and like
Yeah,
thinking about
he
his
finds
wife.
some surrogate kid, and it's like,
Yeah.
hey, you like hockey? And he always finds something to talk to him about. Fuck, man. It's just so annoying to me. It's just like,
agree.
I've said this. I said this at the end of season 2. I said this in Born Again, and I'm saying this now, but I'm sure I'll be wrong. I just hope this special ends, and he's just the fucking Punisher from now on. There's no him hanging out in a bar. There's no him doing construction. There's no him going to prison thinking maybe I should be punished. Like there's no whatever he's doing in this one where he's sitting around in his apartment just being like I'm fucking sad, no one likes me, or I don't like people. Like just have him out there killing people. That's where at least Born Again they did have that. At least he was just like constantly being punished. We didn't see much of it, but it's just like why did they always fall back to he's like? And I don't get me wrong, that's a fine character arc, but this is like the 5th time now they've done it with this exact character. It's just super frustrating. Of like how do we? But then it's like to me it's like pizza. It's like the Punisher stuff is fast food pizza. It's reliable. You know exactly what you're gonna get, but it can still be fucking good. And that's the thing because it's John Bernthal. He's going to kill it, and I'm sure the special's going to be great, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Those are my thoughts on One Last Kill as well. I'm ready for it. He's looking good. When he's walking by his old self, they still have him with the hair and the big beard. So, yeah, I'm excited for him to shave all that and get I think Brand New Day is like the perfect look going on with the trench coat. Very surprised. They just kind of spoiled that Curtis is going to be dead, I guess, because that's the way I took it.
Yeah.
When he's like talking to Curtis and Curtis is like blinking in and out, it's like, oh, so Curtis died in between this show and that. So they didn't even have to, why didn't they just show Curtis like talking to him and not show him?
It was weird.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was like like a force ghost too, like just
Yes.
haunting him. He's like, yo, I'm not sure if I'm going to hell or heaven. But you sure as hell are going to hell. Like just, and he's like laughing at him too. Like it
Yeah.
was really weird dialogue.
Yeah.
I was expecting to see him in that trailer just from hearing his voice. So yeah, odd
Yeah.
choice.
And I like the Curtis character, so I'll wait to see what it is. I'm disappointed that we got the reveal of it if he is dead, and then if he is dead, I'm also just disappointed because I guess I don't know what the trajectory is with this character. I know this is probably supposed to be an hour, but I still look at this. I think visually there's some good stuff in here. I think Berthel's going to kill it. I still don't know why they're not just doing like a 2-3 week run in the theaters. They'd make some money back. Like they would get my money to see in the theaters, and then they'd still have my money for subscribing to Disney Plus. I don't get it. And I think especially I don't think the budget on this is huge. So it's like this is a perfect movie to put out there as like a Punisher movie. Some just like smaller budget, just action movie. Sure, great, but I'm excited to see where we go. But I really don't think it's gonna be any like. I am just wondering, okay, so from Born Again, I guess the idea is this time he's probably stopped being Punisher because of all the people wearing his symbol in Born Again, right? I would imagine that's the route they're going to go. That he's feel like, is he making a difference? So I guess or is he making like a bad difference, like the opposite way, right? So I guess we'll have to see like, okay, if he comes to that conclusion of, man, I've influenced people the wrong way, why in the end of this and in Spider-Man is he going to be rocking the thing back? Especially because what he's going to be like, oh, I got to take it back, but he's not going to be in Born Again at all? I don't know. So I'm curious what the story is. I think most of the story is just going to be 2 things. It's going to be Leon the Professional. This girl's family gets attacked or something. He's going to save her. He goes out into the open, and then a bunch of people are going to be like, get me Frank Castle. I want to kill Frank Castle. And then he decides to be the Punisher again for the 50th time, and boom, we're off to the races. I just fucking hope in Spider-Man Brand New Day, he's like, you know what, kid? I don't know what this life's for me anymore. Like, I really hope, like, he's just locked and loaded. But I'm excited because Berthel is a top-tier casting. I don't know where he is. I could, like, for casting of all time, I could probably put him on the Mount Rushmore for Marvel, at least. I don't know all time, but Berthel is great. And I honestly feel bad that I didn't actually include him in all my best actors tournament. Watching Punisher, I'm like, you know what? I should have, but I'm excited. Mortal Kombat 2, I'm only excited if I see this with Taylor or Kirkland. I think this could be good, like better than the first one, but I also think it's going to still be not that much better. I think it's going to be cheesy. I'm the reverse. I'm liking Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. I like the story of the down-out star, and he's being brought into this world. I kudos them for using the music. Lots of cool fights of just doing like
Music was nice.
Yeah, lots of just shots of them doing the video game standoff. So I hope they just go that route of lay into, make it more cheesy, more fun, and I hope it's a good time. But it could also be a tough watch because I don't know if I might try to rewatch that first one. I remember, like, I think we talked about all the Sub-Zero and Scorpion stuff was fucking great in there, so I might try to give it a go. My excitement, someone asked if I think John with No H asked like our excitement levels or whatnot on the Discord, and I just said like I'm excited for the review. That's what I'm excited for. That's one of those where I think the movie's gonna be what it is, but I think we're gonna have lots of laughs breaking down whatever happens there. But maybe not. Maybe I'll watch and be pleasantly surprised. So we'll see. But Taylor, what did you think of Punisher and Mortal Kombat?
Well, first of all, can you hear anything in the background, or am I clean
yeah.
right now? You can? Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Turbo.
Jesus.
Turbo.
Is it
jet
terrible?
engine.
What's happening there? What's Scott blowing up? He's blowing up his manager. Thanks, Taylor.
It's Madison. She finally cracked.
What's she? So she's just. What's she doing back there?
She's
She using
using
an
Blowing up the
avatar cup you
mattress
gave
for
her?
Scott.
she's using the- Oh.
What is she doing?
She's having a shower.
How can we hear the shower? Does she not close the
Because-
door?
Oh, the door's closed. She should be using the other shower, but she didn't want to use that shower. She wanted to use this shower.
You got the loudest shower in there? Does she have it on Turbo Blaster 3000?
It sounds like
You
it.
can feel the vibrations.
I should go
down my
move
leg.
and pop on my podcast set up in the bedroom. That's where the baby's sleeping, so it's just. Oh! You can't hear it anymore, can you?
No. Because she's done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Perfect timing.
So what was I thinking about this movie?
Anyways, before you're on a fucking roll tonight, Taylor. A few minutes late. Hey, what do I say about this question? What was the name of this movie? Stuart Knight says, pretty sure this special will be a procedural recap for people who don't want to watch the other show before Brand New Day. Won't be much new here. Mike, that is 100% a great... That sums it up perfectly. I think that I didn't even think about that this is almost just a way to like... It's to condense 26 hours into an hour, and like here's John Bernthal's Punisher, and here you go. So you know what? That's a good way. Maybe that's why they also couldn't put it in the theaters, because it might be too much of like a exposition. But yeah, and again, that's where I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna take the specials. I think it's gonna be like a 7, because I think it's gonna be a lot of exposition, a lot of that. But I'm just excited to see Bernthal do his thing and great action stuff, because they usually deliver on that. So Taylor, I asked you about Mortal Kombat 2 and Punisher One Last Kill.
I mean, that
Trailers.
Mortal Kombat 2 trailer just absolutely knocked it out of the park for me. You get the theme, you get more fights. I think this is going to easily outpace what the first one was. The first one was good because it was cool getting the introductions. You get to see a couple of the characters and whatnot, and they're establishing this world, but you don't get any tournament stuff. This, we're getting everything. We're getting all these characters, all these fights, just the gore. They're going to be taking it up a
We
notch.
getting tournaments?
It looks like we're getting the tournament, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think some of it. I don't think all of it, to be honest. I don't
Well,
really
they're going to
care,
save the back
but-
half for part 3. You know, we'll get like the winners in the showdown for Mortal Kombat 3 for sure.
No, I think the tournament's going to start and things going to go shit. Then it's just going to be like, let's just duke it out, you know?
Let's just fight.
Yeah.
Maybe. And either way, I'm down with it. I'm just excited to get something a little bit more aligned with the game where they got to just fight and all that stuff. And it's not just them gathering and I can't even remember what the first one, the reasons why they were gathering, or what was it, like to fight?
I think it was like this. It's like Earth is in trouble. You need to
We
come
need
with us and
champions.
fight. Yeah, we need
It's
I
the
think
same
the first,
plot. Every Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it pretty much is. Like, and I guess if we didn't get the tournament, you could say the first one was just like a prequel to this. If they do the tournament,
Which I'll have to rewatch that first one because I have it on. I have a hard copy of it, and I remember liking it at the time. But I just remember Goro just looking wild in that movie
Yeah.
with his forearms and the CGI and all that kind of stuff. So, but all that aside, I'm very much looking forward to this, and I'll have to get my tickets pronto. Not that they're going to be selling like hotcakes. I think we'll be fine. But
let's see if one's sold. Yeah, it's not even getting the extreme screen too. I looked.
That's crazy.
wow,
Because I
that is
don't know what is
crazy.
out before it, though. I think something else is probably keeping.
It's May, right?
Yeah, maybe is it Devils for Prada? Is that what's
No,
keeping
Mando
it?
and Grogu would probably be closer, right?
No, that's after.
Really? Okay, well, there was Prada. That's April 30th?
That's
31st?
May 1st, and Mortal Kombat is the 6th. So are they really like? Let me take a look and see.
Oh,
This is
Prada's gonna like mop the floor with it.
No,
though.
that doesn't have the extreme screen either. So I really don't know. Well, yeah, Prada's gonna wipe the floor with it, but I don't know why they don't have the extreme
get
Just
that.
put
screen.
Project Hail Mary
Yeah.
back on the extreme screen. Screen.
That might do, but I really don't know how this movie's gonna do, because like this came out during COVID, so all those numbers are messed up. And remember, this was the most streamed movie on HBO Max history. Beat Justice League, beat other things. So, and again, is that just because people are home? COVID, very easy to click on. Do people actually care? I really can't tell you how this one's gonna go. Like, I don't think it's gonna be like a mega hit, but I mean, like, I could see like whatever its budget doing, like it doing it back, or I could also see it bombing. I could see it doing either one with Mortal Kombat.
It's obviously rated R, so
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be 150 to 200 million, to be honest.
150, 200 million. Yeah, maybe. I think so. I could see that. I think that's a good barometer. So, what about Punisher? I think if they put up Punisher could have done better than Mortal Kombat. But that's my take.
On the big screen, I would
Yeah.
agree with that.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm there for it for sure. This Punisher special just got me. It's got me pumped up, and I think obviously we're dealing with the fallout, the excitement of Daredevil, Born Again season 2. And me and Kirkland just finished our Punisher Bernthal retro, so I'm craving more of that Bernthal. Like, let me tell you something, that this show is going to be just the special presentation is going to be fantastic.
I don't know why that's just like had a resurgence. Like, does that mean like I think it cycles every few years of the let me tell you something. You know something. Let me tell you something. You know. So.
But I just
Even when it shows this character like in the video game, whatever game that is, he's like still doing the exact same fucking lines. He's the exact same character.
And that head. No, let me tell you something. You know.
the concept of him just kind of getting roped back into this hot mess, becoming the Frank Castle Punisher again. I feel like if you kill someone in close proximity to him, it's just gonna reactivate his Punisher roots.
Yeah, that's one of the worst ways.
Like when he
bad
peeps through his
timing for
peephole and he sees the guy get blown away by the shotgun. I mean, okay, Punisher's active. Like, that's no doubt about it.
Yeah, well, especially you light him on fire too. That's like ultra active, you know. Like
I thought that was a dream sequence. Is that actually happening?
it could be, but at the same time, it could not be. Because like, what does he do? He just goes rah, and then he yells and he jumps through the fucking door. So it could be, but just end off the same.
I'll tell you what, man. I was in. You got something to say there? Ask you something, man. What do you do? What do you do to keep this camp safe? Huh? What do you do? Some food. Maybe I tell you what. Maybe look. I'm gonna tell you right now. Let me ask you this. How stupid is that? Let me tell you something. Hell with it, Shane. I don't. I'll tell you what.
Let me tell you something.
Tell you what, Dale. Herschel, they know what they're doing. Let me tell you something. They're bound to get us all killed. I gotta tell you something. Hey, listen, asshole. Let me tell you something. I gotta tell you. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll tell you what. Let me tell you something. Dale, huh? Will he put you on death watch? Let me ask you something. Every time we have shit, I tell you, go on. But here's what I'll tell you about. Tell you what. Hey, Herschel, man, let me ask you something. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you what, girl. Tell you what. Let me tell you something else, man. What I will tell you. I'll tell you what. I tell you what.
He says it the exact same way in all the Walking Dead.
And I will tell you, man. I'll tell you what. Can I ask you a question?
To you.
I'll tell you what, man.
It actually was longer than I thought it was gonna be.
There's so many of
He's
them.
just like striding too in The Walking Dead. He's just always walking back and forth.
Legendary performance though, Shane. Like when Shane
Absolutely.
happened and then like, he got cast as Punisher, I knew like he's gonna fucking kill it. Yeah, man. John Berthel's great, man. Let me tell you something. Taylor's got one more thing to say.
One more thing, yeah, just in the trailer, just with him dealing with all his tribulation, protecting his family and whatnot. I'm there for it. That was one of my favorite things with season 2, was him protecting the girl and whatnot from this other crime organization that was unfolding. But it looks like there's just going to be no holdbacks. I'm hoping that he dons his Punisher uniform earlier on in the
I was
show.
gonna say, did you watch it in that trailer? I think you got your answer.
Well, I know. I think it's going to be right at the end. That's going to be like right leading into Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I see a lot of people saying like, oh, is this going to be after Brand New Day? Because I'm worried that they're going to kill Frank off. He's actually going to die in this, whatnot. And people are like, no. This is before Brand New Day. Just calm down. It's all fine.
Can you imagine he dies in the special and the whole time we're watching Brand New Day, we just know, oh, he's going to fucking die in like a month, you know? So
You're rough. I'm still trying to figure out like how do you go from this version of the special where he's just like he's looking through his peephole and his apartment. Let me tell you something. And he sees this guy like point blank shotgun blast this dude, and then Punisher has gasoline coming to his apartment. And where's Spider-Man in this situation?
where's Spider-Man and Daredevil?
Well, Daredevil's different because you got Kingpin. This is a guy's going into a building with a shotgun and just blasted this neighbor. And Spider-Man's not anywhere there.
This is no, to me. I'll ask the Spidey boy after Kurt. This is the reverse. Kingpin and the ATF or whatever are all over the place. Spider-Man should be there. Spider-Man can't predict there's gonna be some random guy like setting fire to Frank.
Spider-Man doesn't go after government though. He goes after just thugs on the street.
He doesn't go after government. Hey. Well, I guess it's thugs on the street then. It's thugs in the apartment building.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and there's also I didn't put it in the news, but there's been some reports that he's going to be in Secret Wars, which to me is like that's wild.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something, Deadpool. I fucking hate you. Like, that's gonna be. It'll be so interesting too if like none of the other Netflix OGs are in Secret Wars, but Bernthal's the one that like gets to go, and it's just weird because we've heard about like, oh yeah, that's Tobey's movie and Jackman and Reynolds and Holland. It's just like, and don't get me wrong, fuck, I'll pay good money if they want to double my ticket. I wouldn't even be mad if they tell me there's a scene of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and John Bernthal's Punisher trying to outmeet one another. Oh my god, I'm fucking. Let me tell you something, bub. Like there, like I will be where the fuck is he right here?
Just as sure as a rock is covered in chills already.
I'm gonna be in that. That's gonna be me. I know it's not fucking Dune. That's gonna be me. But yeah, I because those two just have so much testosterone and so much just like, oh, like
they're just gonna be going at each other, just both.
Because
saying.
I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
They'll both have their stogies with them.
Yeah. No, I that to me is my dream pairing. I know there's like, oh, there's the other Spider-Man, there's this and that. If Bernthal's really in Secret Wars, Wolverine, and like specifically Jackman's Wolverine, that's a dream come true right there, you know? So we will see. Okay, let's take I'm going to tell you something. We're going to take an ad break. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Let's get into this question, or these two questions here. We have three, actually. I'll start with Mike's first because it's not related to the two other ones that are similar. But Mike asks, let me just get the full on here. My fucking Wi-Fi is kicking my ass over here. Okay, Mike says, been really getting into listening to audiobooks lately. So I want to ask, do you guys have any favorite audiobooks you listen to? What makes or breaks an audiobook in your opinion? Reader, so he's asking reader, speed, sound effects, etc. And then he asked me, also I know Travis was planning on listening to The Odyssey on audiobook. I highly recommend the version read by Sir Ian McKellen. He's a perfect voice for it. Oh, that'd be a good one. Yeah, I gotta crank. I don't want to crank that open. I said crack that open. Crack that open's wrong because it's an audiobook, and two, I never use the word crank. But I think as long as I want to do the Emily Brown one, I think it's Browning. I have to find I got to figure out when, because that's in July, so April, May, June. I've just started this week, started working on the deck because it's nice. So I like to do my daytime job there. That's when I'll listen to the Odyssey. So I think probably end of May, beginning of June, I will. So if I can find that one and it's an Emily Brown adaptation, or maybe not adaptions, right? What is it called? Translation. If I can find that, then perfect. If not, I'll probably still do one that's not Ian McKellen, because they've just said that the rumor is the Emily Browning one is more what they're adapting. Let me just make sure I'm saying that right. If it's Emily Brown or Browning, that's the Odyssey. I don't know. But for me, I don't. I think it definitely comes down to. Okay, it is Emily Browning. Good. Or no, I don't know if that is. I'm taking that back. What the fuck? I'll get back to you on that one.
Coffee guy again.
Yeah. I think I don't know now. I'd have to look. I'll figure that out. For that, I just need the good voice. Obviously, I feel like some of mine, probably all my favorite ones are just the ones we've done today. We did the Star Wars reviews, and those were really good back in the day. I fell off them just because they took too long, and then those books started to come out when I was, at that time, no longer, when I was landscaping, I could listen to audio, the books all day long. Before, when I did this job, but I was in office, I couldn't, and I just fell off. I never could. And I want to finish that because I think the High Republic's probably done soon. I do have the Lord of the Rings ones that I have fired up, and I know how great those are, but I haven't listened to them yet. But for me, it's definitely the voice. Sound effects, sure, that's great if they're there. Speed, like a normal speed. I don't need too fast or too slow, but yeah, it definitely is a voice, and definitely it's ebbs and flows. But me and Taylor definitely did a couple audiobooks where a male with like I think a quite deep voice is voicing a female, and it just doesn't work. It's a thing where probably my favorite book, and that's where I have a poster of it there. Taylor had it made for me of the Princess and the Scoundrel. I don't have it right now. It's in my bedroom, but they had Han and Leia, but they had a male do Han and then a female did Leia, which I was very happy because I think that's one that was needed. So that's what that Princess and the Scoundrels, one of my favorite ones. Master and Apprentice was really great. And then maybe that first High Republic book is probably one of the best ones. So that's where I am. But yeah, it comes down to the voice for me, and I will find out about the Odyssey thing in a second. So
Shadows of the Sith, that was another good one, I think, for
yeah,
an
it was a good
audiobook.
one. Yeah, good Luke in there. Yeah.
But yeah,
Emily
you gotta
Wilson, sorry, not Emily Brown. Emily Wilson. What the fuck? I was completely wrong. So
You got to get back on those High Republic books. I'd love to touch base with you again on some.
are you all caught up though?
I think I'm behind by one, unless there's no other ones that are released. Because the one that I finished, the last one was like the sexual tension with your boy was just.
Oh yeah. Well, who was the guy? Oh man, I forgot.
Oh my god! Yeah, what the fuck? What is it?
Yeah, I think I listened to the first few chapters and I did fall off of it. I need to because I think that era is coming to an end soon. So I do gotta catch up at some point.
Him with Avar Chris, like holy
Avar
shit, the
Chris.
sexual tension is through the roof, and he's just like it's.
Is
oh
it
my god!
Lazar or Manzar or Elzar or something.
Elzar
like that?
Man. That's
Elzar
it,
Man.
Yeah. Elzar
yeah.
Man. Yeah.
There-
so just talk
Kirkland,
about a
there's this-
sexual Jedi.
There's a story that these two people that they're now masters, but back in the day, kind of before they became knights or went off with they're at the academy, and then they get their masters, and before they go their separate ways, they like get it on when they're young. But like the woman's kind of like, hey, this is like a one and done. We're gonna do it and then be done. But Elzar Man's like his whole life, he's like pining to get her back, and he's just like thinking about that one night he had.
Obviously,
so,
you can't just
yeah.
like it's like he's seen the gates of heaven, and now you just can never go back. Like, are you kidding me?
Found of
This is all it is.
Ah. God damn. Yeah, so I got to get back there. Those were some good ones, though. You guys, audiobooks?
Absolutely. I love a good audiobook. I'm not a strong reader, so that goes hand in hand with the audiobook venture. My favorite audiobooks, I mean, I went through like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, narrated by the great Andy Serkis. Not so much great director, but phenomenal voice actor / narrator. He is so good. Like, honestly, so good going through those novels. He does all the voices so well. His Gandalf, like at first I'm like, I don't know, it's no Ian, but it's definitely Gandalf. He does such a good job with each and every character. He even does like the singing of like the Elvish language, which is just crazy that he can pull that off. So kudos to him. And then I was going through the Witcher series. I think I only made it through like the first couple books, but really, really enjoyed those ones. Just you need a good voice actor, like what Travis was saying, or I guess narrator, a good voice to go with the voice acting, and those ones they always did a fantastic Geralt. But one that I want to shout out is I was going through the Gotrek and Felix collection. It's basically like set in like the Warhammer fantasy realm. So when I was first getting into Total War Warhammer, I found these audiobooks, and they're narrated by what's his name? Jonathan Keeble? Yeah, Jonathan Keeble. He only does the first 4 novels, so I kind of just stopped listening after that because the voice, I'm sure the other guy's like decent, but I was just so in love with this guy's voice. He did such a good job with these narrations, and those are just such fantastic books to go through, and he does such a good job with the audio book. I would honestly recommend them to everyone because he does a good job at like introducing the world, and like they kind of like the world is so dense. It's we did a Dark Crystal review on the Patreon. Go check that out. But they introduce a lot of like crazy lore world building stuff, and also in the Warhammer world they do that with just like the different factions, the gods and whatnot. But I feel like they do it in a really like not overwhelming way through those books. So I would highly recommend those. And I don't remember them being too long, but again, it's audiobook, so it's kind of, I don't know, it's probably 20 plus hours, but like you do them in however many cities. I think there was like a couple road trips. I just like powered through them, and there's a couple like rat-like characters, like the Skaven. That's the race of them. They're just rat men, and he does like all of, like the Skaven voices, and they're just wild, and he goes for it. So big respect to Jonathan Keeble.
There you go. Taylor, I think you have 2 more books in the series that actually ended last July, the High Republic era.
Last
'Cause,
July.
Yeah, there was 2 after the book we were on. So I got all the books until Eye of Darkness. That's when I looked. I'm only chapter 7 in. And then for the novels, there was Temptation of Force and Trials of Jedi. There was some young adult or middle-aged novels, which sometimes we read, sometimes we didn't. But there's 2 books after that. So
Yeah, Temptation of the Force was the last one I did. Then I got Tempest Breaker. That's one that I'm working on now.
that's specifically an audio drama about, I can't remember that girl that was a Twi'lek pirate or whatever.
Right, that is right. Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Twilight from
either.
that video you keep sending us, Travis.
Yeah,
the
that's
gift
what
in
the
our
High
chat.
Republic brought me. I was pretty happy with that.
One of the Nihil.
I better check that one out.
folks.
You should, yeah. Let's do a live reaction right now.
And then, so for me, audiobooks, I'm more of someone who enjoys reading the physical. I really, really do. I think that I'm going to divert to Project Hail Mary for this. When I was reading Project Hail Mary, I was able to paint just a clear image in my mind of just how I've envisioned everything going on, from certain co-characters to our main guy and the ship that he's on as well. I had this whole mental image to it. And that's one of my favorite things. Even like my other favorite books, like the Thrawn trilogy, with alliances and treason, and that Thrawn book, that first Thrawn book. Everything that's covered in there where he's engaging with different Imperial officers, it's just fun. As I'm reading it, I just get that whole image in my head, and I'll reread the sentences because I can play that whole image in my head, and it just gets me super excited. Now, when it comes to audiobooks, it just puts me in a very different chair, and I like that chair. It's much more of a cinematic experience, I feel like, because I'm in there and I'm listening to it being told to me. And I'm the kind of person where when I learn things, I'm very much a visual learner. So when people are explaining things to me, it could be a little bit more difficult for me to take that in and absorb that information, as opposed to actually seeing a list of instructions, reading it, or engaging with it that way. So that's why I would always prefer a physical book. But for the podcast's sake and the ease of access and time, when I'm at work and my hands are busy, it's so much easier to put headphones in and just listen to a story. But with an audiobook, I feel like I'm missing a lot of information too, and things don't resonate, whereas if I'm reading it, it has an impression on my mind and I can box it in my memory, whereas when I'm being told something, it can just go in and out really, really fast and whatnot. And that's fine. It's still enjoyable because when you got the sound effects and all the action sequences like you get in these Star Wars audiobooks, it's pretty cool. But when Avar Kriss pops in with that masculine voice, the narrator's trying to do their best. It's like, it's like, clearly I know you're just Elzar Mann talking with a girl voice. So it's just not, it pulls me out a little bit. But then there's other times where the voices are just fantastic. Like I have the audiobook for Darth Plagueis. Is it the book it was?
Oh man, Darth Plagueis.
Which I've
That's
read
a good
it.
audiobook.
I read that one first, and then I went to the audiobook, and it was really cool to kind of get a little bit more context.
And they have the sound effects in that one too. So there's
They got the
like
sound
lightsaber battles
effects.
and stuff. It's good.
Which is really, really invigorating. And then what else was there that I was doing audiobooks wise? The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe ones, those are the Narnia, I should say specifically. Those are really, really fun. But the one that I really liked was Devolution, and it's the same author who wrote World War Z. And for some context, I wanted to buy the book, but I didn't have enough time to actually sit down and read it, so I did the audiobook for it because I had the credits on Audible. But that one was the audiobook was really, really good for it because you get this guy that goes up to this small remote community, and I can't remember the base of the mountain area that this town is at, but it's got solar panels, everything, recycling, and composting. Everything is basically self-sustaining in this small community, and it can live outside everything. It's a experiment. So there's a small community that lives here. So I think it's Mount St. Helens. The volcano erupts, and so this smut and ash, everything kind of just goes everywhere and kind of cuts off the city from getting to this small village, this community. And so what happens in this community? All the animals have been like fleeing or whatever, but they feel safe here, so they stay in their community because this is what this is the hypothetical situation. Society collapses, so they should be able to sustain themselves up here, living like this, at least until help can officially arrive later on. The thing is, as the volcano erupts and pushes the animals out, it pushes this whole group of Sasquatch into the area. And so these people are stuck in this little jaunt here, this little place. These Sasquatch, they're like walking into the homes, they're like sniffing the people out, like ripping them apart and like killing them. And it was a fucking terrifying book. It was freaking me out. Yeah, and that's when I was at my other job, at my other print studio I worked at, when I was alone in there for the most part, I had access to the shop speakers. So I had a huge, like 4,000 square feet, like shop, and I had the speaker system. And so when I wasn't playing music, I had my audiobooks blasting. And I had to be careful because every once in a while a customer or a client would walk in and you just hear Sheev like, Plagueis, or you got like the Bigfoot going, just all these crazy shit. So I had to be very careful with what I was doing. Yeah, some of that too. Hey, Mark,
It's that Twilight story. That
yeah.
You want to ride on my wing, Crystal?
Yeah, so I'd have to pick my battles with that, but I think hopefully that answers your question.
I think it did. And as I did not mention, you can send in questions to us for newscasts on Patreon at any tier, and that's what Mike just did there. And then we got questions from Maddie and Clay that are both around Star Wars. So kind of some soul searching here. So Clay says, I love Star Wars. I love the original trilogy. I like the prequels. I liked the new Disney trilogy at release and now largely dislike them and the direction Disney went. It was just nice to have Star Wars back at the time. I loved the first 2 Mandalorian seasons and still do. I didn't like where they have taken Mandalorian since. Feels too corporized, like shareholders and executives dictate the safe, dumb story decisions that were made. Am I a bad movie fan if I go and support The Mandalorian? I am not very excited for Star Wars at large. I'm really worried for how far removed it all is from original George Lucas' intent. But I do like Jon Favreau shoots action scenes. Is it dumb of me to give money to something so clearly creatively bankrupt? It's tough, right? Because I've talked about this. I know people like, oh no, you wouldn't, that's a lie. I've said this before, where if we weren't doing the cast, I wouldn't be seeing Mando and Grogu. I have so I don't have to worry about that because I have the easy excuse of, well, it's content, maybe it could do well episodes wise. I don't know how it's gonna do, right? That's the same thing for Scream, of like, okay, well, I'm seeing this, that ended up being our 5th big episode of the year. From a business standpoint, I have that easy excuse to be like, well, I'm gonna do this for the job, and I already know Dylan's not on it. Kirkland might get in a fight with some of the theater looking for those buckets, so who knows if he makes it. So I got to see it, right? But I talked about some Mario where when that trailer came up and both Emily and Logan checked out, like, yeah, we're not going to see this. And we're going to review it still, like, not this, we're going to review Maul, I think, unless we really don't like it when it's all said and done. No, Taylor's doing, I'm saying at the end, we got nothing to say. It's going to be a quick 15-minute, or Taylor's speaking, but no, it's on the calendar. But even that, like, I guess for me, it's just, I don't know. It's people are raving about the show, and I guess actually I'll take that back because a lot of people have seen the whole show. So I guess I'm waiting for it. But the first 2 episodes I watched were they're fine, they're good. But again, it's just more of the same. What I talked about, it's more of Maul, more of that time period. It's really nothing that's pulling me, and that's where it's like. And I know, Clay, that you fucking hate the guy, but with Sean Levy, like, I think if you're in this moral conundrum, I think it would be better for you to see that one. I know you don't like him. He's very much like a director for hire in your books, but I think at least, I don't know if that's going to be close to George's vision. So that's one thing. But at least I feel like it's probably going to be a bit more original, and it's going to have a bit more substance, where this movie does feel very much like, let's just put Grogu on the poster and let's do a bad Super Bowl commercial with Grogu. And all, like, it just feels very easy. It feels like they think they have a money spam with Grogu. So like, let's just do that. Right. So there, and I've said this before, unless the movie is very, very good and I'm completely wrong about it, but I don't think I am with this one. I do want it to bomb because I just don't want more of this type of Star Wars. And I'm not trying to yuck on anyone's yum. If you enjoy that, that's great. This is specifically asking me. And for Clay, I don't think you got to feel bad to see it, because if you like, I think what you need to just tell yourself is, if you enjoy Jon Favreau, see it for that reason. And you're seeing Jon Favreau direct a Star Wars fan film, and that's how you can look at it and go from there. I've said this to Taylor many times because he buys all in this. For me, I think all the stuff now, as much as I love Kylo Ren and even Rey, all the stuff like after episode 6 is all like fan film stuff to me. It's not really like canon stuff, because they've broken the canon and gone against it to me so many times with animated stuff and comics, and there's the rule of 2, but we also have 50 million Siths. Luke, you're the last Jedi, but there's 50 million other Jedis. There's all this shit where it's like, this isn't really what I grew up with and loved, even though I can find things that I love in the new canon. So I look at everything now as like a what if in this scenario, right? So I think that's where you tell yourself you're a fan of Jon Favreau, see it for that. But I guess if you're wanting to take a stand and not see it, then yeah, don't see it. But at the end of the day, I think Clay, because you are also in this bubble, maybe you're not on film Twitter or stuff like that, but everyone in our Discord bubble will likely see it. I'd say probably like 60% of our audience will see it. That doesn't account for everybody, right? Like same thing for us. Like we can have a show do well in our numbers because we're talking about Marvel stuff, but that's because that's our audience, right? If people don't go out and see it, like, well, I can't remember. I think Thunderbolts is like, it's in our top 10 episodes, right? I don't know where it is, but even then for the movies wise, business wise, it didn't do amazing last year, right? So I don't think it will live and die on if you chose to see it or not. I get it that you don't want to make that decision to support the corporate greed. Unfortunately, Clay, unless you're like living in the fucking boonies, we all do it. Like where we're shopping, like if you're shopping at Wall, if you're not shopping at a local mom and pop, you got that. If you got a fucking cell phone, it's built by somebody that's working 18 hours overtime, getting paid 20 cents. Like it's like we can't even escape it nowadays. Like to just live our normal lives to buy or get things that we enjoy, but then like, well, it's also bad because it's X, Y, and Z. So I'd say don't worry about it too much. But yeah, if it's something that you don't want to see out of interest and you really feel bad about it, I'd say you could skip because it'll be on Disney Plus. And also like, I don't think it's going to be anything special for Favreau. I feel like it's just kind of like I know you had the thing about Sean Levy. This to me feels like a gig for hire thing. So I get where you're coming from, Clay, because if I wasn't doing the pod, I wouldn't see this because I had zero excitement. I think that shows I'm bumping it off the topics today. We might talk about next week, but that top 10, like I can't remember. They polled moviegoers of like, what are you most excited for movies this season? We have our first Star Wars movie coming out this summer in, what is it, 7 years now? Yeah, 2019, 7 years. It's not in the top 10 for most anticipated movies. A fucking Insidious sequel that doesn't even have Patrick Wilson or Rose Byrne. It's sorry, it's not a sequel. It's an Insidious spinoff. Ranks higher for people than Mandalorian Grogu. I think that tells you the state of where Star Wars is. I think, and then this week Soderbergh, but then, yeah, nothing's changed with the Ben Solo stuff. I think Star Wars does need a kick in the pants, and I think if Mandalorian bombs, it could be that, but you never know, because Solo was a kick in the pants, and they're like, you know what? We're not making any more movies. Nope, we're just putting on Disney Plus. Obi-Wan, Disney Plus, and or Disney Plus, and it's like, I guess, and then what happened? People started to watch those things less, like, well, I guess we're going back to the theaters, so I really don't know, but I think Star Wars in general needs a massive kick in the ass because it just feels like as a IP and brand, that thing is losing momentum like almost every week. Like even like Darth Maul's a boost, don't get me wrong, but I also just think there's a lot of people that are just like kind of giving it a sloppy blowjob just for the sake of it. You know, like sure it looks good, but I don't think it's the level of Star Wars we're looking for. So Kirkland, should Clay go to hell for seeing Mandalorian?
Clay should definitely not go to hell.
Okay. He also texted me that he wants all the X-Men to be white, though, so I don't know where that...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Directed by Jon Favreau.
Yeah. I mean, I totally get where he's coming from. I feel like we all fight our own little fights. Some people don't do self-checkouts because they want to support people having jobs with checkouts and
Is
stuff.
that you?
Totally get it. It's my brother-in-law. I understand it totally. It makes sense. I go to the fastest lane for self-checkout. Like, not the biggest fan of Bezos, but like, man, Amazon 2-day shipping, it's pretty nice. Like I make use of it. And I will be seeing Mandalorian Grogu, and I'm sure there will be some things in there that I do enjoy, and I'll be like upset at myself because it's like, this is so stupid and easy of like they're going for the lowest hanging fruits here, and it's still working just because it's Star Wars and Grogu's cute. Like, I'm sure I'm going to be having those moments. But no, I don't think you should be feeling bad about, because like, it's also Star Wars. Like, at the end of the day, like, sure, you could do the Bugs Life quote. Taylor, you might know it with the peanuts.
Hopper.
I don't remember it. It's been forever.
Can you give us the full paragraph word for word here, Taylor? If you don't do it, I'm going to show your texts.
I do the spacey voice too.
Did that hurt? No. Well, how about this? I
think there's a lot more before
one puny little ant.
That's a different spacey quote.
Was I on the right track? Is that what you're going for?
That was
though?
great. That was great.
Okay,
No,
okay.
100%. Because yeah, like sure it could add up, and that was worth it. That was worth it, absolutely. But like sure it adds up, if everybody did that. But this is still gonna make what it makes. Like it's Disney, it's Star Wars. Like I don't think it'll really matter much. Like if he sees it or doesn't. But maybe that's just my nihilistic view of it. Maybe I got to be more positive.
Yeah, because then that Hopper guy would say, "Hey, but if enough of them do that, then
Exactly.
it bombs, right?" But
But yeah, it's Star Wars though. Like a couple Grogu's. I don't know. I feel like this is still gonna do
couple Grogu's.
decent well.
Taylor.
I don't think you should feel bad, Clay. I think you. I do share the sentiment that this movie should maybe bomb so that we can get some juicier, proper Andor-like things down the road. But then I'm also a man who likes Clone Wars, Clay. And when you look at a movie like this and the trailer and whatnot that they put out for Mando and Grogu last, there was a lot of things in here that's like, oh, we got this character and we got this and that. And so as someone who puts Rogue One way up high on my Star Wars movie list, because I just feel like it pays great tribute to Star Wars and includes a whole bunch of familiar things, but that build the world, but not in a crazy way. Like, oh, we're just throwing this in for the hell of it. Like, oh, you got Han Solo. Like, oh, here I'm building your gun, or like, oh, Solo. You're alone. Who are your people? It's none of that kind of stuff. Rogue One just built the world in a way that contributed to A New Hope, and that's great. So what I do worry about this is you're gonna get Filoni adding a lot of things in this movie that's gonna be just for the hell of it. I like this kid. Yeah, there's a great example. You're gonna get a lot.
I like this kid.
A lot of stuff in here that's just it's just for the cameo, the tie-in. Like they want the Star Wars fans to be eating and drinking all at the same time, and so you're gonna get a lot.
Just double fisting it.
Oh yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, but then they gotta be
too
careful
much.
because like Zeb's gonna say some shit that alludes to like rebels, and there's gonna be a bunch of people like, "What the fuck's this dude talking about?"
Well, that's right.
Oh, I
a lot
like
of
this
people, a lot of people, they're not gonna know who Zeb is. And yes, he appeared in one episode of Mandalorian, but I think a lot of people going into this movie, they're not gonna have seen all of Mandalorian. I think it's the same, actually. And this is something I think it was Mike that addressed it earlier. Yeah, like Super Mike. Pretty sure the special will just be a pseudo recap for people who didn't watch the Punisher show before Brand New Day, and that's in lieu of the Punisher special presentation. I think you're gonna have a lot of people that aren't gonna have necessarily watched all the Mando shows, and they're just gonna be coming into here. So yeah, it's just gonna be a little bit tricky. Or maybe most people have seen that first season of Mando. Maybe they just fell off. They didn't watch the other stuff. But I just think at the end of the day, yes, you should go and enjoy this movie. You probably can do a little bit more damage if you pay to see it, and then you can write one of your reviews that actually condemns the movie or like craps on it or whatnot.
Yeah.
Because I think the review has more power than the money.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No?
think so. Mario's got a negative. Like I think
That's
sometimes
a good example, actually.
I think sometimes they do, but like to me, because I was having that conversation with Mike in the Discord, right, about Toy Story, about how Minions and Mario might be kind of critic proof, but Toy Story, because it's always had this record, like very well reviewed, right? Like I think it was like the first 3 movies are all like 100%, 99%, and I think Toy Story 4 is like somewhere a little bit lower, but still in the 90s, right? So for me, I do get that, but I think we're at a point with how people choose their money with families. I still think that like Toy Story could get like a rotten review and make $1 billion. And I think that's where it comes down to IP and what people like. Like to me, the biggest examples are Minecraft and Mario. People that love Mario don't give a fuck what the critics say, and people that grew up with Minecraft don't give a fuck what the critics say. They're gonna go see Minecraft if they want. If you build it, they will come. People will go see the things they actively want to see, right? So it's the same thing with Avengers this year. It's gonna be it's the same old, might be the same old with Downey and Chris Evans, and they're fighting it but if it brings the people out, that's what works, right? So, and I feel like we are in a very much in a we've talked about this many times, but I think people that are going out in droves, they got to have a good reason. With so much on TV, we talk about this all the time with movies and TV shows. There's so much stuff we have in the backlog. If you're just a little bit iffy about making that drive, paying all that money, hitting a certain showtime, it's like, fuck, I have like 6 shows I can catch up on. I'll just watch those, you know? So that's why I don't think they look to the critics that, like, I don't think in mass anymore. I think the critic means as like the least amount as possible. The same way as like all these studios that think also like influencers mean a lot. Like I don't think so either. Like I don't think really any influencers have sold like a mass amount of tickets. I'll tell an audience and just move along. You know, like I've still never bought anything that a YouTube ad has shown me in my life. Like I've never been like, oh fuck, and like, oh, I like this kid. Like I've
No Manscaped products.
No, well, we got this as a sponsor. That's different. But like, I think there's just a. I don't think the critic. I think if this movie was 100% and it was the best reviewed Star Wars movie, it still would do relatively the same of what it's going to do. Maybe a little bit higher, sure. But how many good movies have we seen bomb? Look at Blade Runner 2049. That movie's amazing, great reviewed, fucking ate shit. You know, Mad Max Furiosa or whatever, right? That ate shit. You know, like it. So it doesn't.
Look at Andor. That didn't make any money. I know it's not a movie, but still.
Well, yeah. But yeah, it was lower streamed. It did tick up a little bit. Even Thunderbolts, right? I think majority of people, I disagree, it's F4 for me, but majority of people say that was the best MCU movie of the year last year. That has the lowest grossing out of 3, but that was the best reviewed of them, right? So it's like, I think it helps, but like just do a little bit. I don't think it's the deciding factor anymore. So... and then Maddie asked a 2-part. We're going to do this in the future. He said, to piggyback on Clay's point, it feels like Star Wars would have to release another prequel, sequel, reboot to replicate the box office performance of the sequel trilogy. Then this is what we're going to do in the future. He asked if Star Wars New Hope was rebooted, who would you guys cast the role of Luke, Han, Leia, and Ben? You cannot copy each other's picks. So yeah, we do a draft system, and Taylor, when we do this, you can't pick Kate Beckinsale. So there you go. But we're going to do that in the future. So maybe that'll be a bread and butter, but we will say that, Matt, because I think that could be like at least a minimum hour if we did that. I hate to say, like, I think their last chance is maybe episode 10. And that's just like, the only thing is I just don't know. We're going to have some nostalgia, right? Of Rey being gone for a bit, Finn, Poe, and Kylo. It's just a question of how big is that nostalgia, because it's not as old as the prequels, and how many people are willing to go out to that, right? Like the example people use is, oh well, a bunch of people grew up grew up with the prequels, and then they got a wallet so they could spend on toys, Lego, all this stuff, right? But I don't know, has that happened yet with the Star Wars sequel, or all those people that saw it as kids and were enamored by Star Wars? I don't know if they're old enough yet, because it's only been 7 years. Like, they're getting older, of course, but not the like prequels from like prequel to because what, Revenge of the Sith is what, 2005, right? Well, I guess it is only 10 years, so I guess we're getting but I would actually say like the Star Wars prequel fans more came around like 2020, because I feel like 2015 was a lot of like, fuck yeah, this is original Star Wars, fuck the prequels, right? Like fuck the prequels was big in 2015, and then 2020 rolled around, and because I think the sequel trilogy wasn't as great, people were like, you know what, the prequels weren't as bad as I remembered, or they revisit them, right? So maybe we're at that point. It's just a question of how nostalgic are people going to be, and I really don't know. I think I actively do think, and maybe I'm biased here, but I think that if you don't bring back Kylo Ren, you lose multiple hundreds of millions right there. Not saying him alone. I'm saying the package of Rey, Finn, Poe, and Kylo. I think Kylo has way more. Yeah, sure, bring him back. But I think he has way more nostalgia than Finn and Poe, right? Where I could argue Luke, Han, and Leia, they were pretty equal. Like, look at Force Awakens. That movie was just built on Han alone, really, right? Leia's in it, Luke's in it, but it's Han's movie. Luke was the second. So, like, but I don't think you could do that with Poe or Finn. You could do that with Rey. You could do that with Kylo, but I don't think you can do it with the other one. So I think it's possibly a sequel, but people hate me saying this. I've said this before. I know Taylor disagrees. I think to get to where we were with the hype of Force Awakens, it's got to be a reboot. I think that actively would get people excited. They would be mad. But again, as I talked about, as Travis told you, look how many fucking people turned quickly on that Harry Potter trailer, man. I don't want this as a show. This is looking good. Look at this. Oh, this character's in. There is so much hype for that fucking trailer. One of the most watched trailers of all time. I think everyone would be like, this is sacrilege. George is rolling over in his grave. Even if I'm not dead. But like, even if whatever the case is, I think a reboot would be like, oh, because you could do a new Vader, you could do a new Luke, you can do a new Han. I think the only way without doing a reboot is you have to do episode 10. No, just Rey film, no, just Kylo film. It has to be episode 10. You got to get the whole crew back together. And the hardest part of it all, it's got to be great. Not just good, it's got to be great. And as we saw the sequel trilogy, that's not an easy thing over there at Lucasfilm. And I don't have like the biggest faith in Dave Filoni. So I think unless... so I'm just assuming in this scenario that episode 10 is not great. It's just good, maybe, or fine. In that scenario, I think it would just have to be a reboot. And I don't think that would be coming for a long time. I don't think Filoni would ever do that. I think he's too close to George. I think it would be like Filoni eats shit and fails, and they go to the next person. They're just like, well, let's start over. And I wouldn't mind because, like, they did that. That was Star Wars Legends, right? It wasn't on film, but it's still books and comics and a bunch of stories. And they said, hey, that's all gone. We're starting over. You can do the same thing again. No one's taking away the original trilogy. No one's taking away the Harry Potter movies of Daniel Radcliffe. They're still there. If you watch the show, you go, oh, it fucking sucks. Well, good. You still own all those fucking movies. Watch them. Like, who cares? Like, don't, and like to Clay's point, don't pay for them then. In that situation, if someone reboots Star Wars and Clay's doing like ultra anger backflips over it, I don't know if you would be Clay. You should tell me. But if Clay's as mad as could be, then don't fucking pay to see that movie. Don't. Same thing as Harry Potter. Everyone talking about, oh, this is such a bad idea. Why would they do this? It's such a dumb idea. They've already made the movies. Then I fucking dare you, don't put on your fucking remote when it comes in December. But guess what? Most people fucking are gonna. Even if it's the hate on, even if it's be like, well, it's not as good as Alan Rickman. It's not as good as this. People are gonna be curious or want to see it. So that's the thing where I think that's the only hype you could get. What about you, Kirk? Do you think Star Wars can ever get back to the hype like Force Awakens-esque era? Or I mean, that's a bad comparison because that was a sequel. Han later come back, but you know what I mean, like kind of like that, just like the fever of Star Wars being a big thing again, right?
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I really hope so. I feel like I've been losing a lot of faith on that lately. Yeah, it's just been not great. Like the most hype I've been on Star Wars was Andor, and that was a series, and I feel like it's because that type of show is more of just the entertainment that I like to consume, not just because it is Star Wars. Like that's just the cherry on top. Like I just loved the spy thriller-ness of what that show was. Like it was just a great show. Take the Star Wars stuff out of it, and then you add that on there, like, and then it's like, holy man, like we can do it. We can do a more mature Star Wars content in this era. But then you get to the big screen content, and it's, I like this kid, and it's just like, man, what are we doing here? Like this is just so goofy. A lot less faith too, just knowing like Dave Filoni's even more on the reins than he's ever been going forward from this point. So it's, yeah, I'm gonna say there's a chance, as the Dumb and Dumber character would say.
You tell me there's a chance.
You know, like it's pretty low though, which is unfortunate. And I feel like that's just my own like shield I put up of like not being disappointed. You know, as Michelle Jones says, you know, don't or what is it?
Expect disappointment. And never be disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's me with Star Wars right now, and like even in a different realm, I mean, like, it's funny, it's also Disney. Like Marvel's kind of been that, right? Like they've kind of been chasing that since like the Infinity War Endgame saga. Deadpool is kind of an anomaly because it's its own thing with Hugh
No Way
Jackman
Home as well. Don't forget that.
Again, another
They've had
anomaly
some brights. Yeah.
Willem
I
Dafoe's
guess.
back. You got Andrew Garfield back. You got Tobey Maguire back. Like that's just
Like
that's a unicorn.
Thunderbolts last year, you know, like F4. Like I feel like they've instead like some Daredevil, like maybe Daredevil, not, but like X-Men 97. I feel like they've definitely had way more. I feel like it's what we talked about yesterday, where I feel like MCU has been the roller coaster. It's been, oh, there's a big up, and they're going up, and they got the end game, and then it's like, oh, and then it's back up. Where I feel like Star Wars has been very much going down. That's just like, okay, every once in a while there's a bump, but then it's still always heading down. Where MCU, it's always like, oh, and I feel like MCU, we still, maybe we're dumb to think about it. I still think there's a chance, like, oh, they could maybe somehow pull off Doomsday and Secret Wars,
Absolutely.
and then maybe we're off to the races again. Where it's like, do I believe this Star Wars crew is gonna pull off that comeback? I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't think
I'm
so.
I'm a lot more optimistic when it comes to MCU and Marvel.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot more hype for that than something like Mandu Grogu. Yeah, which is sad, you know? Like I feel like there should be this era's new hope. Like we should be able to do that. you know, like
It's
give
called
them
Dune, unfortunately, for Star Wars. I
Dune?
feel like it. Like, well, I just feel like Dune's taking its spot now as like the big like how I feel about Dune is like in Dune 3 is how I should be feeling about Star Wars. The hype, the anticipation, the world
Yeah.
building, the writing, the creation, like Dune. And that's why I feel like there's going to be a generation of people that obviously the books, but I mean like tons of people like myself didn't read those books. This is my Dune. I think there's going to be, it's a bit more darker, sure, but I think Dune has taken over as the premium sci-fi franchise now, you know, and I think Dune 3 will continue that. I know people say it gets a bit weirder, but I still trust in Denis Villeneuve. I don't know what's going to happen after the fact, but still it reminds me a lot of the original trilogy in that sense, as far as just like the critical reception around and the fanfare, and just like I imagine people were at a fever pitch to see Return of the Jedi. I don't know if I'm at a fever pitch to see Dune Part 3, but like I'm pretty high up there. Like fuck, man, when you don't know what's coming, it just gets you.
We're hyped, we're hyped,
I'm
for
like
sure.
that when I'm in the trailer seeing that. Like I'm ready for Dune, where it's just like Star Wars, sure, yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
It's like it's reheated like leftovers 2 times over. You're like, fuck, we still have turkey left over from Christmas.
Yeah.
You're like, god damn it, where it's just like,
And like
this is,
turkey's
like,
normally
filet
good,
mignon.
but yeah, exactly. Gas
Taylor?
station turkey at that point.
Yeah, Taylor, can Star Wars ever get back to? I said to Kirkland, Force Awakens. That's a bad comparison. Just like, but being that hyped franchise, people are very excited. Just that, even Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker feeling, or do you think it's kind of there's no point of return for this franchise?
I think there's definitely a point of return, and it starts with them going right to the heart of the fans. You do something Old Republic with Malik.
But which fans
Revan.
though? That's not that's the thing. Where as much as I love Old Republic, tons of people have no fucking clue what that means.
But that's the best part of it, because hear me out. Hear me out. You don't need people
box
to play
office
those
returns
games.
93 million.
You
Taylor
don't
said
need
that's the best
people.
part.
You don't need people to play those games to have to latch onto this. All you gotta do is put out a Star Wars movie called The Old Republic, and people are like, "Oh, we're getting a new Star Wars movie." Like, okay, this is something. And all you do, you put out that trailer. You don't put a football Super Bowl ad out of them riding tauntauns or whatever. You put out a trailer showing a bunch of dudes popping off with red lightsabers, and you do the caption like 10,000 years before Darth Vader.
10,000 fucking years.
Yeah, you throw that in there too. And
Written
then
by
just,
Tarantino.
You throw in like the
Fuck, man.
Sith
The
Wars,
Force.
all this kind of stuff. Like, just get juicy with it and throw that shit in there. And I think that would be enough. That would be enough to sell it. I really do. I think when you do these one-off movies with no Jedi, and you got like, oh, this or that, or you got like, here's another sequel trilogy with one Jedi, one person wielding a lightsaber, another villain with one lightsaber, and that's it, and all this stuff. Like, sure, there's a place for it. But at the end of the day, I think everyone as a Star Wars fan can come together and agree with one of the best parts of the prequels was getting to see like all the Jedi together fighting, like all the galactic scale wars and whatnot. Rise of Skywalker, it was like, oh, they don't have no navy. It's just people, so it's just, yeah, that's cool. You get all the ships fighting and whatnot. It took 10 billion thousand hours to render that sequence, but I want to see
Is
Star
that a true
Wars.
fact right there?
I can't remember how long it took, but it took a long time for them to render the final shot of Rise of Skywalker with all those ships coming in. But I think that they need to do something that is just diving into Star Wars. Like, give us galactic scale war where it's not people sneaking around hiding. The regime of the First Order is taking over the galaxy, blowing up planets, all that kind of stuff. No, just give us something that is something that we're familiar with betrayal. Like, okay, this guy's trying to come to terms with his memory loss and whatnot. And all of a sudden, like, oh, okay, you got a lot
Frank
of like
Castle?
Sith. Yeah, Frank Castle.
Yeah, get him in
looking
there.
through his people.
Get him in there as Darth Malik. Fuck yeah.
Well, yeah. Now, let me tell you something. I think that's
you should join the dark side. You thought
But,
about joining the dark side, kid, but no, he could do Malik big time, Or
I just think that
Tyrannus or whatever.
that's one of the things that would just be a fantastic. It'd be fantastic. Or like Star Wars Eclipse, when you've got that trailer that came out and you didn't know what half the hell
game
was
that's
going
never
on.
come out.
It's never coming out. But when you got those badass drums going on and you see like the Trade Federation fighting some fucking random new alien faction, it's like, okay, this is some cool shit.
I love that that's cool, and it's like the thing that's never coming out. Like,
No,
just-
it's never
we know
coming
it's-
Never coming out. But personally, I don't think that. I say it, and it's like Harry Potter. It could sway over, but I don't think that they should reboot it. I really, really don't. I think that they need to save it.
Stars to die, I see. Eh?
I don't think Star Wars should be left to die. I think that they need to actually capitalize on the sandbox that has tens of thousands of years forward or backwards that they can focus on. I mean, if they were to do Star Wars 10 and they were to ditch those characters and just give us new characters and be like, okay, it's now been 300 years since Force Awakens, you could still fucking throw Grogu in there because he'd still only be like 600 years old or something like that, or I don't know, no, more like 350, I guess, 350 years old. And then you could throw in like, oh, here's a new Jedi temple that Rey started out. She was the Grand Master 300 years ago, and you've got a whole league of like 300 new Jedi in here training. And then don't just throw the Sith in there. You just save that for later on the next sequel trilogy. But bring in something like with the High Republic, and you got the Nihil. I thought the Nihil with Marchion Ro, you got a very cool dynamic here that's super zany and different from Star Wars. But in this case, like, just create something new, or look for that inspiration. Do the Yuzang Vong or something like that. No more Imperial remnants, because that's age in the past. There's a whole
Actually, though, what did you say?
Yuzan Vong?
Yuzang Vong.
Usain Bong.
Yuzang Vong.
That's what that guy's doing. What a wild
Yu
name.
Yuzang Vong.
Okay.
The Chosen Race. That's what it's called.
That's our X-Men
This is
roster.
what Kevin was talking about.
They're descendant.
you get cast in the new X-Men, and then Kevin Feige's like, my chosen race. And he's like, what? That's
Look around, just a bunch.
They were
Oh my
religious
God.
zealots who viewed mechanical technology as blasphemy. So they were genetically engineered and purely organic. So they were extragalactic sentient species that nearly destroyed the New Republic. They were responsible for the deaths of over 300 trillion beings during their invasion of the galaxy.
real
so yeah.
heartwarming movie for
That's a lot of people.
the kids to see.
Yeah. So again, I just think that they need to capitalize on what they've created and own to it, because I personally, I do not want to see a New Hope remake. I don't want to
What's
see
gonna
it.
happen? What's gonna hurt though? You own the New Hope, the original one.
Nothing's
You're
gonna hurt.
fine.
No, and yeah, that's right. But I just mean I would rather get more content expanding, and that's just my preference in the current storyline narrative that we have, rather than getting a reboot of A New Hope. Because that means we're gonna get. What if they don't even do A New Hope first? What if it's like, okay, we're gonna do a new Star Wars 9 sequel film, whatever. We're gonna start with Phantom Menace, rebooting Phantom Menace. Then we're gonna do episode 2,
Great.
3. Then we're
There's
gonna
also
get
things
to
to
4,
fix in there.
5, and 6, and then they're gonna replace Kylo Ren. No more Ben Solo.
No, they're not going to replace him. They would do a new edition or something else. You know how they're not going to replace him? Because this helmet right there, I fucking own it. They're not going to break into my house and take him, be like, he's been replaced, and put down the new helmet. He's not replaced. He's still there.
Oh,
It's
they'll
like
put
all the
that new
Batman are
helmet
still
down.
there. No, all the Batman are still there. They're not replaced. They're not like, it would just be something new. It's just like I have no like feelings connected to that of like, oh my god, they're gonna take it away. Like I do. That's where I'm the reverse for you when you're like, oh, they're gonna keep telling stories in this world. Yeah, but if they suck, it's like you refer to the stuff for Solo, or like I said, the stuff I don't like about like Luke's the chosen one. He's the last Jedi, except for Ahsoka, except for Kanan, except for Ezra, except for Cal Kestis, except for X, Y, and Z. So it's like, oh, this dude wasn't even that special. All these other Jedi could have just come around and helped him, you know? So it's just like, that's for me, those hurt the originals more than rebooting it, because then it's like, at least like, okay, that's George's Star Wars. This is Quentin Tarantino's Star Wars.
We should
now,
do a
right?
poll where we can see, because you're the only person I've talked to that brings down the original trilogy because there's other Jedi still alive, and I would actually be curious to know how many other people are peeved about that. Where
I don't think the people that consume that content are because they consume it. I think the people that I'm like, I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I think the majority of the people that watch Star Wars, Luke is still the only Jedi in the original trilogy. They have not. They don't care about Ahsoka. They don't care about Rebels and stuff like that. So they don't. Even Kirkland, you've never seen any of those shows, right? You know them because we tell them. But we could have been lying to Kirkland for 10 fucking years. Now, like, you know what? Kanan, that's not a real character voiced by Freddie Prinze. We've just been fucking with you. So it's just like for like Kirkland, like he knows this stuff, but he's not like actively effective because like. It's out of sight, out of mind. It's not there. And then that's why that poll would just go against my favor, because it would just be all the Star Wars nerds being like, well, it's canon and they did this. And it was
Stannis
in one
Baratheon
comic,
fans again.
Yeah, it'd be some shit like that. So I'm sure I would lose against the canon people. That's great. But like, I don't watch, like, I watch the shows because sometimes they can be good and I can enjoy them, sure. But like, they haven't matched, other than Andor, nothing has matched the level of the original trilogy. So until you can do that, and Andor doesn't, and that's the thing, Andor matches that quality and doesn't change shit. It's not like, oh, this was happening, it's just like, it's about one spy and his struggles during all this shit. And that's as simple, as easy as it can be. And that's where, to me, at least take that route. If maybe it doesn't have the highest viewers, but you're winning all these Emmys, you're winning all these awards, go that way. Go make some Star Wars that's like thought-provoking at least, or something like that, where doing the same thing. It's like, okay, it's not made a billion, but those movies are a masterclass at world building and characters and motivations and the gray area. Where, like, again, I like this kid and Mando and Grogu, and he's going to Luke and going back and forth. And yeah, and the other thing I think people should admit now, I think it's kind of like the way we talk about how Marvel did the Disney Plus shows, and then like, oh, actually that was a bad idea. I heard this. I'm not one of these people. I'm fine if you are one of these people. But all these people, like, they got to get away from the Skywalkers, man. I've had enough of the Skywalkers. I think you probably got to face reality and be like, if you want to get back to that height, you probably got to do Skywalker stuff. Whether that is recasting Luke or whether that is making Rey a Skywalker and having her like get a bunch of babies out there and more Skywalkers. Like, I think a lot of people, especially the people I'm talking about that pay the tickets, don't watch shit on Disney Plus that they have to watch like for the Kim Kardashian show or something else. The people that pay to see Star Wars, I think a lot of it is what you're pitching to is, yes, Force and Jedis and Sith. That is a big deal. I think when they don't have that, some people go, oh, that's not Star Wars. I think without a Skywalker as well, or a Skywalker kind of adjacent, that's sometimes not people's Star Wars either. They feel like they're watching movies about side characters that aren't important because they're not the Skywalkers. Because 6 movies in a row made by George told you the Skywalkers are the most important people in this universe, right? So that's where I think when there's not Skywalkers, people feel like, oh, it's lesser than. And that's where, even though people hate the Rey Skywalker thing, and I get it, they could have just had Ben Solo alive and at least kept the Solo name kind of Skywalker-esque. That's why I think marketing-wise, it's probably smart that she is Rey Skywalker, because a bunch of people will forget about Rise of Skywalker, which producers have it, but in May we will be dropping that to the Phase 3. Now, we did a commentary track of Rise of Skywalker, and that was lots of fun. But yeah, I think people got to get over that and just go like, Star Wars for a lot of people is Skywalkers, and I think you need them to be successful. I think your pitch, Taylor, of jumping 100 years, it could work, and even apparently Damon Lindelof pitched that. His script was having like Helen Mirren play Rey, like it was Rey like older. But
that would have been sweet.
See, and maybe, but I think when you have Daisy Ridley already right there, you right away take the potential of like an episode 10 or 11, because people go, oh, well, I know the story, I know where she ends up, I know what happens. So to me, there'd be no like connection to that character really. So that's where I feel like, like people might not show up for that either. So then they got to get to episode 10. I know they're doing a trilogy. They're not calling it episode 10, but it is episode 10, and I guess we'll see what happens. So, all right. I don't know what ad break we're on. We're going to take an ad break. We got one more story. Taylor, we're not going to the gym tonight. I'm just telling you that right now.
We're not?
You can go. I got to edit Marvel Alliance, and then I got to edit this.
Let's do it.
Do what?
Let's do it.
Do what?
Let's do it. Go to the gym.
I'm saying you can go. I cannot, because I got to edit fucking 3 things, and then I got to pack. So, yeah. Let's talk about this when we come right back. And we are back. Let's talk about the story. I'm going to bring up this article. I got to bring up some stuff. Okay, so it came out. Deadline. They put out, hey, we're hearing that Maxima, who is like a character that's supposed to be a villain of Man of Tomorrow and some sort of, I think they have some sort of connection. I think she's attracted to him. I don't know. I know I saw something in Smallville, but I don't follow this type of stuff. But anyway, so this came out, right? And I'll list off the 3 actresses. It was Adria Adrona, the girl from Andor, Elle Purnell, the lead in Fallout, and then some other girl that I can't remember her name, but she played Amy Winehouse in that like bad biopic. Let me get James Gunn's statement here because it was just it was a good time reading this. So they put this out there that they're testing for Maxima, right? And then he puts out, because he saw this on Nexus News, so he goes, "This is not against Nexus. They're sharing what Deadline reported, but Deadline's reporting is shoddy and incorrect. I've always thought of Deadline as a pretty thorough in journalism, but that's not the case here. So I'm frankly disappointed. If someone would have to run these names by us, we would have said it's bullshit. I've been friends with Adrea a long time, since I cast her in the Belko Experiment. I'm a fan of both Marissa and Ella, but I've never met either of them. Period. Crazy." So here's my thing. It's his movie. It's his world. It's his universe. All you just gotta, like, one, you could just ignore. You could ignore this, but I get this. Lots of people like when he goes against the scoops, right? You just be like, not true. Like, I don't know why he's writing like this long breakup here. Like, I've always thought Deadline.
He's got a glass of wine or something.
I've always thought Deadline was pretty thorough in their journalism. It's like, what? Like, yeah, they get most of their scoops right. And that's fine. You want to go to them, maybe you think they're wrong, you piss them off. That's fine. But just like, I don't know. You can just say not true. But people were picking that apart by saying he just says, I've been friends with Adrea for a long time since I cast her in Belko Experiment. Not a denial, right? So this happens. And the Deadline comes out and they go, no. We've heard these people are testing. We're standing by it. And then Hollywood Reporter comes out with a bunch of other names, which is Adrea Drona. I can't remember. I don't think you guys know any of the other names on the list there. But they're all like, all these ladies are like beautiful ladies that could be sort of warriors or something. I guess I should pull them all up here just to see. But now, because this has been described as a cameo, there's some scoopers that have put out and they're theorizing that some of this could just be a cover for actually casting Wonder Woman, where they're saying it's Maxima, but really it's Wonder Woman. So let me get it here. I'm gonna throw up all the pictures so I can show, just in case this was Wonder Woman. So the first one is the girl from, it's Kyle Chandler's daughter. Remember from Alien Earth that played that lead?
Oh yeah.
She's one that said. So here's one round of testing, right? Now here's what people have theorized. Because do you guys remember how Nicholas Hoult, like, what did Nicholas Hoult audition for Man of Tomorrow?
Nicholas Hoult?
Yeah, what did he audition for?
Not Lex Luthor, I imagine.
Yeah,
Probably
okay, yeah.
Clark Kent.
He originally auditioned for Superman. That's what he did, and then he got Lex Luthor. The same way as you look at
Cillian Murphy.
Oh yeah, no, same,
Right?
yeah,
Batman?
Cillian Murphy, yeah, that's the exact good comparison. Tom Hiddleston, he auditioned for Thor, didn't get it. So what people have kind of theorized, I'm trying to find the Deadline one, but some people have theorized that these four are actually the ones that are going for Maxima, which is like a attractive warrior that fights, is kind of has some budding relationship with Superman, but obviously Lois Lane is there. That doesn't happen. But the thing that's funny is Adrea Drona, right there, the number one there, she's on both these, and these are not rumors. These are people that have tested for a role. They've been in a room, they've done an audition, there's a tape, whatever it is. Adrea Drone's on both lists. So people are thinking that this first list is for this Maxima role, and maybe this is one of the villains or Maxima is a character going to be one of the villains in this movie. But then people think the other list with Elle Purnell, this other girl, and Adrea Drone again, that could be Wonder Woman. And that's why people think, like, why is Adrea, and I'll find that list here in a second, why is she on both lists? And they might be thinking, well, that's what's happening, is because she's testing, like they're saying, oh yeah, coming for Maxima, but really they are also testing for Wonder Woman. I gotta find the list. I can't fucking find this anywhere because I think Deadline kind of like hit it a little bit here. But
James Gunn put an end to it.
Yeah, you guys in your thorough journalism.
Cease and desist.
Yeah, where is Deadline Maxima? But I'm just hoping this is right because I have Adrea Drone on my cast. Does someone have Elle Purnell though? Maybe Dylan does.
I think Dylan does, yeah.
Yeah, so there is some stakes here with the superhero draft. I think all I have to say, I'm going to find it. Okay, finally, I found the image. This is what people think is these three are testing. Not confirmed, because Deadline said they're testing for Maxima, but people think they're actually testing for Wonder Woman, and that's why Adrona's in both of these. So if this was your Wonder Woman, I feel like we've talked about this before. I feel like there's probably an obvious choice, but is there someone like... do you see the other two and you're like, oh, it's not Adrea? Like, you've seen Fall, right? Could Elle Purnell do a good Diana Prince Wonder
I don't
Woman?
see her as a Diana Prince. I'd like
Okay.
to, but I don't see her as it.
I'd like to.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
Just minorly pervy there. I'd like to see her as Wonder Woman, you know. So, and also you don't know her. So I'm guessing you're still in the Andrea camp, right? That's Wonder Woman right there.
Yeah.
That's her.
It's just like, that's what I mean. Like, it's like, because when this report came out that they were, because here's the thing. This report comes out with these three. They're testing for Maxima. James Gunn, for some reason, goes and just runs over deadline. Cool. Again, dude, do whatever you want. I can trust James Gunn so much because he said things similar before where he just like speaks around these things and it's just like he never actually says Andrea's not testing for anything. And then it's like if she gets cast, you just look dumb. Like I can't really trust the guy nowadays with the way he words things. But the thing was, okay, these three are Maxima. James Gunn says, no, that's not true. And maybe that's what's not true is that they're for Wonder Woman. And then, you know, the Maxima and the other four come out. That's where, for me, though, if there's some reality where Andrea Drona gets cast as Maxima, it's different if we don't hear rumors that she's testing. It's different if, you know what, she didn't want it, wasn't enough pay, didn't like the script, couldn't do the schedule. But if James Gunn, I'm telling you, James Gunn, you know, I am a fan. I make it sound like I'm not a fan. Sometimes I am. I think just sometimes your online shenanigans are like, very silly, like very like high school silly in my opinion, right? If you're casting Andrea Drona in a Superman movie in the DCU and she's not Wonder Woman, what the fuck are we doing here? That is like we did a whole conversation about Star Wars. That is a full like no support in the Supreme Chancellor type of vote moments where it's like she's literally right there for the picking and everyone's like, yeah, that's fucking Wonder Woman, you know? Like even the other people, like I'll go back like they're fine choices, but I don't think any of them scream like the girl. Like again, I don't have nothing against her, but the girl from Alien Earth, I don't see that as like a Wonder Woman or anything like that, right? And then the other two people, not really. So I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know, but I guess we're just all in agreement that Andrea should probably be Wonder Woman. Yeah.
There you go.
What did you find there? Oh, that's a real picture, right?
Yeah, that's the trailer actually just dropped. We better talk about this.
The trailer just dropped, and there she is right there. But yeah, and then I don't think you've seen other than Andrea, and then other than Kyle Chandler's daughter. I think you haven't seen any of these other ladies, have you, Kirkland? You watched Tell Me Lies on Disney Plus, maybe?
No.
No,
Never seen that one. No, unfamiliar.
no. How would you feel about Andrea being Wonder Woman and then her being in Man Up Tomorrow? It's like I think the idea that some people are working with that would be similar to like a Supergirl thing where she's in there as like a little cup of coffee because James Gunn has actively said they're writing a script for Wonder Woman. They're making the movie, so it's like they're making the movie, they're casting the stuff.
I like it a lot. I've only seen her in a couple things, but I think she's been fantastic in those things and yet to be in like a lead role in those projects. So I think she could totally do it. I think she could do really good Wonder Woman. And in terms of Maxima, I don't really know that character at all, so I'm intrigued. Sounds like it would be an eye pleaser. You said
I should do
a pretty lady.
Yeah, I should get like the full.
I'm getting tired. I'm losing my words.
Yeah, I know. We're rounding out here. She's a morally ambiguous queen, alien conqueror from another planet. Despite her beginnings as a despot, she later.
Say that again?
Don't make me do this. She later reformed herself to become a superhero who has worked as a member as the Justice League. And yeah, I think she has like some attraction to like Superman. Like I'll bring up the Superman scene because it's kind of or the Smallville scene. It's pretty outrageous. But I think she has like some sort of like.
What is that suit?
That's
the Lex.
Yeah, he's gonna be wearing that in the movie. That's his power suit from the comics.
Sweet.
Yeah.
E4. He's gonna be pulling his own moves.
Oh right. Okay.
I don't remember what the actual sequences are.
First
you know
of all,
what
it's
I'm
1A.
going
It's 1A.
1A.
But
1A.
I thought you were making like some like Power Rangers reference or something like that. I was like, E4. Like what's he talking about here? You know, like what's going on? But I think she has like some sort of like I don't know, charming powers too or something like that. Because there's some storyline in Smallville where she's doing some stuff here. Like where are we at here? I'll try and find.
Is Adria Arjona married?
Look at this. Oh wait, you can see it here. Look at him and Maximum. Yeah, see, Lois catches Clark with Maximum and breaks his spell. So, I think what thing to throw into a budding relationship? We got Lois and Clark just kicking it off last movie, and you got Maximum maybe playing spoiler to what's going on. See, there's Lois Lane in Smallville. Sees what's going on. Hey, Clark. So Smallville, what are you doing? Look at these eyes. Oh, she's gonna fuck Clark right in front of him. What did you guys say there? Sorry, no, she's dating Jason Momoa.
Who's dating Jason Momoa? Right. Okay.
What are you trying to get at, Taylor?
So, I mean,
Is he trying to break up Jason Momoa's relationship?
James Gunn's gonna have Momoa on set and have Adria or Yona. I don't know, another scene or something like that. Is because James Gunn loves to play matchmaker, loves to watch from behind the shadows.
Only his own lady, Taylor.
No, remember what he did with Lois Lane and Superman in the new Man of Steel movie?
Yes.
Okay, I don't think he loves to play matchmaker. I think whatever happens in those people's relationships are their own. What? So you think Adria Drone, they're gonna have her doing something with Cavill, or fuck, I keep doing that with Corn Sweat.
No, Cavill specifically. Why is Henry Cavill here on set, James? Oh, just trust me.
And then what is Momoa gonna be doing? Is he gonna be making out with Lois Lane? Like he's gonna be? Is that just he's gonna start hiring couples and just trying to break them up? Like he has some weird fetish where he doesn't want. He wants to make his two goals. He wants to make a great movie, and how many fucking couples can I break up in this movie?
That's right, and he'll have Jennifer Holland thrown in there too.
Yeah. Oh, look at our boy. We're losing him right now. Jennifer Holland. Well, she's already with Peacemaker.
Getting real low.
She's already with Chris. Remember?
That's true.
Yeah, but yeah, Taylor, would you be excited by Wonder Woman introduction, Man of Tomorrow?
I would be. Again, I was not. I don't think I was expecting Wonder Woman to appear in BVS. I think when that happened, it was like,
what?
Whoa.
No,
so just that.
No, stop. I know we're already going late. There was multiple trailers that we talked about with her as Wonder Woman in them back.
I
in
don't
the day.
remember that.
We literally did a flashback episode a couple months ago where we talked about the BVS trailer and Wonder Woman.
I don't even remember that. I'm trying to remember the last 48 hours. I'll take your word for it.
And I got these two over here.
Just having fun, man. Making movies, big adventure, having a great time.
Father's Day's coming up.
That is 100%.
Wait. Come here. I've got something to say.
That's me trying to wake him up. Wait, come over here.
This is gonna be me.
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
The audio levels are all over the place.
Yeah. This gas is really flying off the handle, you know? That's what
That'll
we gotta
juice
do.
me up. That'll juice me up.
Yeah. Bond next month. We're excited. Wonder Woman, hopefully in this thing. Taylor, you definitely saw some trailers with Wonder Woman. There's no way you saw that first movie. You're like, Wonder Woman? There's no way. There's no fucking way. Like, she was on posters, man. Like, okay, last thing before we end this, guys, I'm pulling up a fucking poster right now. And let me just see. She was, like, on one of the main posters. So I don't know what you were thinking there.
Was she on one of the main posters?
But, yeah, there's tons of, like, they released this image. Yeah, here's a poster right here. Bring it up. Hang on. Share screen.
It's gonna be the pool photo.
No, it's not pool photo. Right there. She's
But wasn't that the DVD
too.
cover art after the fact? That was actually the promotional poster.
Okay, but like, look at like this was the first ever image they released of her. There was this in the trailer. Like, let's see, movie
Maxwell
poster.
Lord, give me the stone.
This is the poster right here. It's literally
Hey, that's
got
for
the
Wonder
date.
Woman.
No,
That's for Wonder Woman.
No, that's from BVS.
That's the
Is
Wonder
it
Woman
actually?
logo, though.
No, because
it's
she's
just like
fucking
the
Wonder
character
Woman.
poster.
She's Wonder Woman. It's a Wonder Woman logo because she's fucking Wonder Woman in the BVS movie. She looks like Wonder Woman. It says, do you see at the bottom there? Batman versus Superman.
I see. Okay.
And the date
Interesting.
is of when BVS came out, 2016. Wonder Woman came out in 2017.
Well, look at that.
So you watched that and not thinking about that she was in that movie. What are you laughing about? What are you acting about? What are you laughing about?
I'm just giddy. I'm just giddy.
What are you giddy
Give
about?
me
man?
the stone. I swear, Lord.
Oh, on that note, we don't
I wanna
we
miss
don't want
Gal.
Who is the fairest of them all?
I was wondering what you're fucking popping up down there. Did it
I
freeze?
don't know how we got here.
Oh shit.
No, Max Lord, you're putting yourself and everyone else in grave danger. I need you to give me the stone. What happened to it? Theirs and maybe countless more.
We don't have time for a control group. Is it a risk? Yes, but it's necessary.
Why? Because of your guilt?
Uh-oh, we know what's coming.
Kalel, no. Who opposed it? The leader of the invaders was a being called Darkseid, a name cursed and feared in every universe. Darkseid.
Yeah, that.
Why for what? Department of Noise. Get out of my car.
Fucking.
I forgot she
Wreck-It
voiced
Ralph?
that character.
Yeah, just.
One thing. No. Department of Noise. Get out of my.
Is the Nile in here at all? Oh, I don't know if the Nile clip's in here. The one from Death on the Nile is probably my favorite one. And enough champagne to fill the Nile. But,
And
oh,
enough
Fuck, I
champagne
forgot about that.
to fill the Nile.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Taylor told me
Kalel,
after.
no.
Taylor told me.
Max Lord, you're putting yourself and everyone
told me
else
after
in
Snow
grave
White that she was
danger.
great in that
I need
movie.
you to give me
I
the
couldn't believe
stone.
him for a
What
second.
happened to it?
Cars are luxury.
I need you to give me.
This
You're
is my
putting
favorite,
yourself
one of
and
my favorite
everyone
favorite
else in
faces.
grave
Is that him character or him just like reacting to the
No,
line?
it's
He's
him
reacting.
reacting.
I need you to give me the stone. What
Okay.
happened to it?
Cars are luxury.
Danger. I need you to give me the stone. What happened to it?
Oh god! All right, that's a 3 minutes left. Well,
Get me out of here.
we'll end it there. Let's go. Oh no, we've got to Red One. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm in purgatory.
That was Red One, or wasn't that? No, that was
Red Notice.
Red Notice. Right.
Yeah, the other Red Rock movie. Fuck, he's got to complete his Red trilogy. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. 699. We'll be back next week, next Thursday. Time to be TBD, as we said, but we'll be in person with Mr. Moss. We thought this one was fun. We're going to have even more fun next week. And I promise you,
700.
it'll not be boring for episode 700.